Cooper.
Shut the fuck up, Dalton.
Hey, what's going on, Left Turn Cult fans? This is Left Turn Cult Podcast. We are the LTC from East Tennessee, sponsored by DC Solar. My name is Dalton Good, a.k.a. Dalton Ratty Bush, and I'm joined with my three fellow frauds named...
Coop Daddy.
It's Cody, your host with the most.
Jacob Kelly Lewis. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, why'd you move? They look better the other way.
We got an Orioles fan in the house.
What's up, bro?
I almost put money on the Orioles to win the World Series this year.
We talked about it. I remember because they're like
We were heavily debating on it.
They're plus like a million. Like you put a dollar down and you're just set for life.
Yeah. I was like, damn, I might put 100 on them.
Is this our number one fan, aka stat guy?
Maybe.
Okay.
Stat guy?
Shout out Jeb Burton real quick. I think he's a Jeb fan.
Shout out DC Solar and going to prison for 30 years. That sucks for them.
I know, we just all lost our job. Fuck.
It looks like you have.
That's why we're starting. Hello, Summer. Thanks for joining in. I think that's why we started this podcast. Actually, is because we knew we were about to lose our jobs with DC Solar, so we decided to do a NASCAR podcast.
Luckily, I'm working for FLM Chocolates right now.
We are.
Damn, what a shitty chocolate company.
It's like the most established like chocolate company in Las Vegas, but go off King.
Hey, that's M&M's, baby. Shout out
M&Ms.
Mars.
Yeah.
You mean the rapper? Is that who you're talking about? I love this song, Lose Yourself.
I love the one Venom. Isn't that right? Hey, speaking of that, let me bring in the guest that absolutely loves that song. Here, we have a guest coming on.
The off season
Gunner
does suck. Yeah,
Gunner, I want you to give me the song when I put you in here. Do it. Wait, you're muted. Unmute yourself, bitch.
I was trying not to like burp or fart while you guys are doing the intro.
Come on, stand up. Do it.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Come on.
Come on, you got to do it.
I'm not doing it. I'm not wearing pants.
I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck.
don't do it. I do because I don't want us to go in the.
Okay, sit right there in that chair and do it.
There you go. That's all you get.
Knock, knock.
So who did you just add to the room?
Yeah, who the fuck
That's
am
the
I?
man. That's the man, Gunner. Shout out Jacob for actually getting our fucking episodes on Spotify, so we actually have our new intro. This man, Gunner, is the intro guy.
Yes.
Yes. I'm the guy that deafens you before you listen to these fine gentlemen talk about NASCAR.
Gunner, can you take me through? Okay, so like obviously, I can't remember exactly how it went. Can you take me through and tell us how you came up with that one? Because I mean, I got to listen to it a bunch, putting season 1 on, and I cracked up every time at the end when it says "fuck Park."
Well, first off, I have two things to say. Congratulations on a fucking stellar year, gentlemen. Congratulations on a great season 1.
Thank you.
Real proud of you boys.
Thank you.
At
Thank
least
you, sir.
2 of you I've known since I was in fucking Pampers, and a couple of you I've just met recently, but you're all good dudes.
Hi.
I'm so glad that you guys are doing it. And the second thing I want to ask is, where the fuck is Parv at?
He's
That's
never
our
here
question.
anymore.
That's our question.
We ask that every single.
He's in that second bed. He's in that second bed fucking someone.
the extra one.
Someone from his
No.
family is going to watch this show and be like, "What are they talking
No,
Cousin.
you're completely incorrect. They're in bed by fucking 7:30, dude.
No, but literally what happened was I don't remember the exact details, but me and Cooper were talking about maybe doing an intro for shits and giggles, or maybe it was me, Cooper, and Jacob. I don't remember what the exact thing was, but I was given free reign, which is the worst thing to do, is give me free reign on any fucking thing. So I got together with my boy SRS Studios. Look him up on Instagram. He's great. And I just literally told him, like, hey, I need like 10 seconds of like brutal bullshit to put at the beginning of this really good podcast. And he was like, fuck, let's go. And it took, and I want you, if you've heard it, I want you to understand this. It took me about 6 seconds to come up with the lyrics. It was just the name of the fucking podcast, a death growl. And then at the very end, I remember that you guys have a stellar t-shirt now available on your guys' shop that says "Fuck
Look at this
Parv"
guy.
in NASCAR.
Look at this
Yeah.
guy. Stop plugging.
You're gonna make me blush. Stop it.
On and
Daddy.
it literally says, "Fuck Parv" in the NASCAR font. And I was like, "Fuck, I gotta throw that in there." I've talked to Parv maybe a combined hour, like not long at all. And I'm like, I'm just gonna say fuck this guy. So we did it at the very end. It fades out, and as he's fading out, I just went "fuck Parv" and just put it in there, and the rest is history. And I apologize to everybody that has to hear that before this fantastic podcast starts.
It honestly, no, I'm glad people have to listen to that. Not only is it fantastic, the production quality is A1. And also, it beats just a car revving or Jacob in a robotic voice after a 40-second startup on a car saying, "Left turn cool."
I was going for the EA Sports thing, but
It's
turns
so
out
bad.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
I suck at audio engineering.
Wait,
So
It wasn't bad. Now, listen, it wasn't bad by any
I tried.
means.
Wait, hold on. Would it sound? Here's how I think it would sound. Does it sound like this? Left turn Colt. It's in the game.
No, it sounds less like.
That's what he was going for sure.
Jacob, let's hear it. Do it for us. Do it for us live. Let's
Do it.
Left turn Colt.
That's it.
There it is.
Amen.
Did you get a
Amen.
boner while hearing that? Because that's what I was going for.
No.
No? Okay. It was got
No.
quiet there. All right. That's fair.
There's a puddle under my seat, so yeah.
Now, I do want to kind of just steal the show for a second. You did mention it, so I do want to show it at least. We do have merch.
Hey.
I like this. It's a lot more professional than dropping a fucking link in the comments.
Yeah, so we do have merch.
Ooh,
Whether
We've
look
got really cool merch besides that last one. It's really shitty.
we have a pretty cool logo.
Excuse me.
We have this in a long sleeve. We have a hoodie,
Not yours,
a tank top,
Dalton.
and a t-shirt option. Then we also do have the shirt that we shout out to Parvin. And then that's our hashtag Parv Gang shirt. We do have a shirt fully designed by yours.
Oh, look at that. Yeah. I designed that right there for the
Good shirt.
Nashville
And
Nashville
then
race. Yeah.
we have our Christmas shirts.
It's such a bad shirt.
I mean, it's an incredible shirt.
That's a bad shirt. But it's got color options.
It does.
Oh,
a
there you
lot
go.
of them.
Can I get it in brown?
I got like this. I got that, but then I kind of have.
I need
there's
that
no
shit
brown.
in beige. Can I get beige?
It's actually called Sand. Hey, shout out Veterans Day. Sand, Veterans Day. Come on. It all ties in.
But yeah, we have merch.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Every time you buy something, it directly supports the show.
It actually just goes in my fucking pocket so I can buy more Busch Light because that's all
Well,
I fucking live on.
Actually, in all fairness, it goes into my pocket and it helps pay for us to go live.
That it does.
Yes,
Buy a fucking t-shirt.
I say that shit every day.
I think Gunner plugged stuff in and his like first 10 seconds on this show.
That's
better
the
than-
official 9. That hoodie.
Oh,
Which one though? Which one though?
Damn.
That-
All the above.
That left turn Colt hoodie or that Chase the Champ Elliott hoodie? That's the question.
What
You know,
former
I-
champ?
I got pissed off last week. I was trying to make a Fuck Chase Elliott t-shirt on Custom Ink. I ordered it, and they sent an email 5 minutes later saying, "Hey, can you ask Chase Elliott for a confirmation to make this?"
yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna email that out and be like, "Hey Chase, I know that this hoodie says fuck you, but would you mind if maybe we used this?"
It pissed me off because I worked so hard on that. I put the picture of Kyle Busch wrecking him at Darlington. Then I wrote "Fuck Chase Elliott" because it looks like the "Fuck Kyle Busch" t-shirts that Old Road made. I wanted to make my own, and they fucking, I don't know, just slapped that out of my hand. Pissed me
And,
off.
I mean, honestly, like for $35, that's a really good price on any kind of hoodie. I just want to point that out.
Cody,
Who
serious
has
question.
it? Doesn't Callista have it or she's got the long sleeve?
I think she's got the crew neck.
Hey Cody, where do you get that from? Like what design website are you using with to make that?
Teespring.
Teespring. Okay.
Now known just as Spring. Where's the
Fucking Redbubble.
Talk.
Hey, what was it? Cody, say it. What was it?
Papa Good got that thing in him, boy.
Hey. Oh man.
Jesus Christ.
Papa Good got that thing in him, boy.
Hell yeah, he does. He got that chicken wang. Well, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know what size you need, baby boy.
I don't even remember the context. Is what's bad.
So
I don't either. I think it was talking about the food.
No, it was Dakota.
Yeah. We were talking about how Papa Good is just a master chef. Dalton, me and your dad have bonded over Snapchat, sharing our food. We send each other food porn all the time.
Dad literally makes food porn. And it's just
Dude,
funny because
he makes my mouth water every day. He'll send me like just this like smoked brisket, and I'm like, yeah, this Taco Bell's great.
It's a lot like that South Park episode where Randy is watching the Food Channel and jacking off to it every night.
Cream free, baby.
I'll have that shirt up as long as it takes for me to get the cease and desist.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Do it. Do the roar.
I'll quit.
I love you, Daddy.
And we can
Either
go
way.
back to regularly scheduled
I love you,
programming.
daddy.
I love you, Daddy. Shout out Shrek.
That is Shrek, Ryan.
Oh yeah, Ryan Shrek. He hadn't been on in a couple of episodes, so that kind of sucks.
He's back just for you.
Is he?
It's like, damn, I need them fingers in me.
Yellow fingers, baby.
What was I getting ready to
No.
say? Fuck. Gunner.
Yes.
So I just realized on Instagram that you followed me through your new page. I think you should plug it because I watched the first episode with a good friend of ours, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think that you are genuinely a great interviewer. Like I was like, damn, like that was actually a great episode. So I think you should definitely plug that. I
appreciate that, man. Yeah, me and a very old friend of myself, Cooper and Jacob, Bailey Kenner. He is the drummer for the death metal band Dilation. There's actually a show tomorrow if you guys are local. There's a show in Johnson City tomorrow at the Hideaway. Please come out. I will be there. They will be there, obviously, because they're playing the show, but it'll be great. Me and him just kind of one day decided that it would be really cool. There's all these news outlet pages. There's, for every sport, every entertainment, but there's not a whole lot of news outlet for metal. So we decided to kind of make a central hub for metal. So we plan on eventually getting around to like album reviews and album recommendations. And of course, we have a couple interviews booked up, but it's called Metal Everything. You can check us out on Instagram. We're starting literally, we made the page fucking Tuesday, so not super long, but we're getting there. We have tomorrow, if you guys, once again, at Metal Everything 666, because you have to throw 666 in there if it's metal, right? Tomorrow we're going to be, I primarily am going to be interviewing Dilation, which is my co-host's band, live in person before their show tomorrow, the Hideaway. The doors open at 7, so if you guys can make it, absolutely do so. We're going to be doing that, and then Sunday we're going to be interviewing Eugene from the band Flesh God Apocalypse, which is a fantastic symphonic metal band from Europe. So, time differences, fuck yeah, but we're going to make it work. So yeah, if you guys get the chance, my Instagram page at Gunnar Fletcher has like kind of the pre-show, so to speak, like the testing show, where I interview Dilation over Instagram Live, but we're going to be doing it for real, official first interview tomorrow. But yeah, if you guys are into metal, if you guys are into hearing me scream and deafen you guys before every Electron Cult show, then check that out. And we'll, make sure that shit is good.
Like my last name.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, I watched the first episode, And
It was a good episode. It was good to see Bailey again. I hadn't seen Bailey in years.
No, for sure. He's a real good dude, real good drummer. If you guys are into the deathcore scene, if you guys are into hey, appreciate it. Hell yeah. If you guys are into, like Lorna Shore, like the more ridiculous shit, absolutely give him a chance. It's kind of a 50-50 split, like a motherfucking Oreo, because I can't play live. I have music that I'm going to plug too. I hope that's okay.
Do it.
Do it.
I love you, Daddy. So I have my first solo album recorded and released called Breaking the Cycle. You can check it out on Spotify or iTunes or wherever you get your music. Give it a shot. Let me know how it sounds. Cooper, this motherfucker, photographed and designed the album cover. So this dude has a good hand in it. It's all me across the board. Every instrument is all me. So check that out. If it sucks, please tell me because I want to know how bad I suck. And then Dilation doesn't have any recorded music, but they play live. So it's a nice kind of melding pot there. So yeah, if you guys are in the area tomorrow around 7-ish, hit up the Hideaway and come see some badass fucking metal. Nothing to do with NASCAR, but thank you guys for having me on to promote it.
No, absolutely.
Hey, it ties in. Metal's got a core with it. I mean, shit, we had a Dropout Kings car and we had a John 5 car.
That was fucking sick. So I'll be completely honest with you guys. My NASCAR knowledge is pretty base level. But I just got a fucking text message from Cooper one day that just said, "Oh yeah, this is John 5 car running," and I was like, "Okay." And then like 2 days later, he was like, "It's a Dropout Kings car running," and I'm like, "What the fuck is happening?" So yeah, that's super cool. And correct me if I'm wrong because I know I'm gonna fuck this up. Blaney used to come out to Asking Alexandria, right?
He did. Blaney,
yeah, Fit for a King now, right?
Yeah, he come out to Fit for a King. Bubba Wallace is another one. He come out to Currents, Bristol.
Nice.
So there's a couple of guys in the NASCAR realm that are.
Bubba tweeted about Dance Gavin Dance the other day.
Oh, a little DGG. Okay.
There you go.
I remember Bubba. He had an interview. This is when he's racing at Roush. Is back, baby. And he come in and he said that they were like, "What are you listening to?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm just listening to a little bit of Fit for a King." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "That's so random."
Bubba's a big drummer too.
Yeah,
he is.
Shit, seriously.
Yeah.
Shit.
They had that NASCAR intro, like the first season he was in Cup, and it was like a generic rock song. I can't remember what it was, but it just turned to Bubba, and he's just like, like with the drum. So yeah, it was pretty dope.
Too bad his fucking Funko Pop just floods every store I've ever been in ever. Every
Hey,
fucking
Gunner,
time.
what's my tradition? What do I do when we go out to Target?
So every time that we hang out and we go looking for die casts or whatever it is, you can see Cooper's fucking giant wall in the background. We'll go out and we'll go over to like a Target. They have like a Funko collector, like adult collector section. And there's a whole fucking Funko shelf. And every time he will search through and scour every single one they have, every Funko Pop they have, and get all the Bubba Wallaces out and lace them or line them up in one fucking row and then just go and then walk off for no fucking reason whatsoever. It's the coolest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Dude, there was one time, what was that? I had like 12 of them lined up, and then I went back a couple weeks later and I was like, they are still fucking there, Gunner. They're still in the line.
Proof that nobody gives a shit about Bubba Wallace. So we went and it was the one
I would greatly disagree with that statement.
Damn.
He is a Bubba fan.
Yeah, that's I mean,
my bad.
That was the worst take that has ever been said on this fucking podcast.
I'm gonna need to know the origin of that clip, but no, for sure. Literally,
shout out Parv.
There you go.
It was Parv.
But we go and he fucking just lines. I shit you not, like 10 or 12 of those fucking things up. And then he goes back like maybe a week or two later and he calls me and he goes, "Bro, these fucking Bubbas have not moved." So just for like at least 7 fucking days, there's just a row of Bubba Wallaces that nobody has dared to touch.
Is that like is it in the Knoxville Walmart?
Yeah, it's the one that's next to Westtown Mall. So I just line them fucking up. And it's just funny because he's in the fucking petty car. So I just line them all up, and I'm like,
"Oh, that's dope right there! Look at that!
Oh, you got the wind shirt.
That's
Hell
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, because Bubba Wallace is my favorite driver overall.
My apologies, sir. My apologies, sir.
Gunner said, "Fuck his driver."
Fuck Bubba for bringing change to this sport.
The fucking first time I'm on here with everybody, I offend somebody. My deep is quality.
Dude, if you're on here 90% of the time, we give each other shit, so it's all right.
Yeah, it's just part
Yeah,
of it.
Jacob's due for some shit. I got to give him some shit about
yeah,
something
for
later.
real.
I don't
What
know
has
why.
Blaney done? He got wrecked out. It's over. It was over. It's over.
He didn't get wrecked out. He just can't fucking drive a car.
That's a good point.
No, you know what?
That's
I
why
gotta
they do
intervene.
those Bubba
Thank
Funk
you.
don't sell. We're in Tennessee.
I gotta intervene. Look at fucking Noah Gragson kicking ass, dude. Last time I saw that motherfucker, he wrecked out halfway through the race, and then I get a fucking text from Cooper, and I'm just like, "How'd the race go?" And he goes, "Noah, baby," in all caps, and I was like, "Hey, not bad from the last time he fucking wrecked out." And Cooper's response was, "You're learning, baby. You're learning." I was like, "Fuck, I don't know."
Do you think that if you came to the sport, would you be a Noah G fan?
I would. He seems like a fucking G, and from what I understand, he seems to be a really down to earth guy. So yeah, either him or probably a default would be Blaney. Specifically because the last time I was on this show, I randomly guessed who was going to win the race on Sunday, and it just so happened to be Blaney. So, and also he came out to Asking Alexandria, which is one of the greatest bands ever. So it's probably Blaney.
Thanks, Callista. Callista, this is Gunner. Gunner is actually the fabulous person who made our new intro to our show, which are now streaming on Spotify all season 1. This is the season 1 finale. Yes.
Yes, because I literally fucking guessed because I knew from all of my excursions. So I have like a very specific guideline. If I go out to a Target or a Walmart, I am to figure out, thank you. I have to figure out who the fuck they have in the NASCAR section and who the fuck Cooper needs. So I remember one time I went out and they had like 75 fucking Blaneys, and I called Cooper and I said, "Yo, they got like this guy, and like 14 Ryan Blaneys." And he goes, "Which one?" Don't remember what it was. And I told him, and he was like, "Fuck, let me hit up Jacob." And your punk ass was probably, being an adult or something. It didn't respond. So I just like randomly bought it. And I was like, I hope he needs it. So from that point on, I knew you were a Blaney fan. So he was like, "Oh, who's going to win on Sunday? What's your pick?" And I was like, Blaney. Fuck yeah. Asking Alexandria is fucking sick. Thank you, Ryan. But I was like, yeah, fucking Blaney for sure. And then shit you not, like 2 days later, Cooper sent me a text and he goes, "What the fuck? Blaney just won." And then fucking Jacob sent me a text and was like, "That's my boy." So,
Yeah.
Well, that was cool to see because he can't fucking drive a car in the playoffs. So it is what it is.
Shots fired.
All out war today.
It sure is. It sure fucking is.
Well, hey guys, I'm not gonna. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth wheel. You guys have a fantastic show. If you guys, I'll plug everything one more time. If you guys like Left Turn Cult, look up their entire season 1 on Spotify. The entire season's there with yours truly doing the intros. Boom, baby. Not to mention, if you like what you hear in the beginning of this fantastic show, what I do, look me up on Spotify. Gunnar Fletcher, Breaking the Cycle, debut record release. Let me know what you think. Give it a like, whatever you got to do. If you guys are into metal everything 666 on Instagram. We are a up and coming metal channel, metal page, all things metal. Look forward to some cool content there. Thank you guys genuinely for having me on. And yeah, Roush is back, baby.
You know what? Gunner's my boy. Roush is back, baby.
I'm just sucking your dick the whole time, apparently.
I genuinely appreciate the intro, man. Like, it's fantastic, and I appreciate you coming on. And it was a surprise. I didn't even know. Coop told me like literally 10 seconds before, and I was like, oh hell yeah, let's do this. So yeah.
I went from Snapchatting you about Evil Dead to like 10 seconds later being like, also I'm on the thing you're doing. So
yeah, that is true. Yeah, I hope to see you. I hope to see you tomorrow, and I hope to catch the interview, man, because it's really good stuff.
I appreciate that. And one final thing, I swear to God I'll leave. Tomorrow, if you guys are in the Johnson City area, the Hideaway tomorrow around 7 o'clock-ish, Dilation, my co-host in Metal Everything's death metal band, will be performing. There'll be a live session of me and him discussing the band, discussing the state of the music. music industry. If you guys are into it, come check it out. If you guys can. If you can't, fuck. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. You guys have a good night. Be good. And
can you mimic my laugh before you leave? I want to hear this.
So I'm trying to think of like the best way to do it. So if Jacob thinks something is super fucking funny, if he thinks something is real funny, there's two distinct laughs he has. One of them is either like fucking Ernie from Sesame Street, or if he thinks something is really fucking funny, he will slap something and go full fucking volume. Raz is back, baby. So yeah, there it is. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night. Have a great show.
Thanks for coming, buddy.
Gunner, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
For sure, dude. See ya.
See you, bro.
Oh man!
Shout out Gunner, man. Dude, he plugged that shit so well too. Maybe we just need to have
shout out Gunner. What the fuck is that comment?
Fucking Ernie. He made your mom laugh. I mean, oh god.
I'm gonna go back to this too. What the fuck?
Yeah, Ryan's on my team right now. Ryan.
Every Ryan is coming after your ass.
Why do
right
we have
now.
all the Ryans fucking shitting on Austin Dillon right now? Come on.
There was one comment earlier. I wanted to bring it up, but I forgot to. Patrick Rhymes.
No.
So, I guess now we get into the nitty gritty with the show. Boys, it's over. It's done. It's another off season. I'm sure everybody here can agree with me when I say I honestly don't know like what I'm gonna do with myself.
Dude, it's so weird because like Sundays, even watching football is so different now.
I know.
I was still invested in NASCAR. Now I watch football, and I'm not complaining, but like I gotta see some racing.
Like I've always kept up. Like I did fall out in NASCAR for a few years, but I've always just like kept up. And even when I was like at my youngest, where I thought I was the most obsessed with NASCAR, you know, watching like every single like ESPN show on NASCAR, keeping it on Speed Channel, watching practices, qualifying, being able to tell you like the point standings, like in number order in my head. Like this time feels different. Like I covered NASCAR in just a totally like different level than ever before.
You know, I got an idea, off-season idea that I think would be cool for everybody to do. What I plan on doing is I'm going to rewatch every race that I went to this year that I didn't get to watch on TV.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
You're out of your mind.
I'll watch Nashville, then I'll watch the Bristol night race. What other one did I go to? Atlanta.
Dega?
Yep.
Dega?
That one doesn't count.
It doesn't count, but I kind of missed it at work, so yeah, I can. But
oh, here we go. I love this. Fuck.
Amen.
Fuck.
Unfortunately. So I actually got NASCAR Ignition thanks to my roommate for buying it.
Yeah,
for my
Dalton.
paper.
Give us a review.
I don't even know where to begin with this one. So,
like, literally walk me through. I want you to build this up. I want you.
How
to
is
tell
the
me,
soundtrack?
The soundtrack's good.
I like the finally a good soundtrack. Finally.
Is it really?
Yes.
Now I disagree with that, Dalton. I thought Heat 5 had an incredible soundtrack, and I thought
Hell
Hard
no.
had an incredible
Hell
soundtrack.
no.
Sorry, it ain't got enough yee fucking country music for you, brother.
Well, number one, this soundtrack had the Entertainer of the Year award winner last night, Luke Combs.
Hey, shout out Luke Combs. If I
had Sweet Home Alabama on it
here, I would put it on.
Sweet Home Alabama.
You got those dirty ass Crocs still?
I do. They're clean. I washed them.
I gotta give
shut
you a
up.
beer.
I got the Luke Combs slides.
But yeah, shout out Luke Combs, Entertainer of the Year.
We love Luke.
2021, baby. Yep.
Dalton was like, "Fuck you," and your Luke Combs Crocs.
He's just mad he ain't got them.
Yeah. So here's the deal. When it comes to NASCAR video games, like it takes a lot for me to hate a video game. The only video game I hated, like NASCAR video game I hated, was NASCAR 2011.
You're out of your fucking mind. You're
no.
Where's the fucking button?
The online was so fucking.
That was the worst take that has ever been said on this fucking podcast.
Okay,
If you played
hold on.
strictly offline, sure, it was fun. But online was just an absolute train wreck, nightmare, disaster.
It still is on Heat 5 though. Like it hasn't changed.
Dude, they would literally take the green flag while you were still in turn 3 under caution.
That is true.
Like under the pace lap.
That is true.
It was so hard to drive. Now, granted, I did have a Wii, so
okay. You can't even.
Okay.
Yeah, that kills. Like you're out of the study.
But this is back before I moved to Murfreesboro. I went to my stepdad's house. He had the actual steering wheel and the gas pedals and shit. And that was even harder.
I was like, yeah, I played it on the Wii though. And so I'm losing it.
So that's probably the reason why it was bad, but still wasn't my favorite game. Now, when it came to the Heat games,
is that because Carl Edwards is on it? You fucknut.
Yeah, that's why I loved it personally.
He's like Roush, baby.
I actually appreciated it because of one thing: tandem drafting.
Dude, me and Jacob 10 years ago would have just like held hands on the show. I used to be a big Ford guy back in the day.
Now
now you're divided. Your house divided.
Yeah.
But anyway, like the Heat games, I didn't get the hate for them. I mean, I thought they were fine. I mean, they were easy to drive. It was a lot of fun. But then we get to Ignition. And, same.
So you sat down, you put the game in.
All right. Now, everybody's tweeting about how awful it is. And when it comes to, like, people talking about video games, it's kind of like going to a movie that Rotten Tomatoes gave a bad review on. Like, I'm going to form my own damn opinion, okay? So, my roommate buys me the video games every single year for my birthday. And he got me this one. It finally came in 2 weeks ago, but I finally started playing it last night. And I tweeted a picture saying, okay, time to test this bad boy out. First race is at Nashville. And holy shit, that was so hard to drive. It was like driving go-karts pretty much. You know, you just couldn't pass.
Now, how are the schemes? Like, I'm sure you ran Kyle. What were his schemes that start out in the game? What do you get?
So to start, you only have the M&M. Like if you're Kyle Busch, they have M&Ms and interstate batteries. But they just released a new DLC today.
I heard about that. $15, and people were bitching about it because they were like, the game's broken as shit. Why are we paying $15 for DLC that's broken?
So I looked up the pay schemes for everybody. I went to Kyle Busch's. They added the FLM. They added both M&M's messages and all the Darlington throwbacks. So all the Darlington throwbacks are in it.
Are they free? They're free paint schemes.
No, they're $15.
Yeah, and you get there and walk.
Jacob still burnt. Jacob got burned last year on the gold edition.
Yeah, I bought the gold edition for Heat 5. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll spend the $70 and get all the paint schemes for free. And then it gave me a year of free paint schemes. And then as soon as the year ended, they were like, guess what? You got to pay now. And I was like, what kind of bullshit is this? What kind of bullshit is? Yeah, no.
That's messed up, bro.
So there's one set of paint schemes that I don't have on Heat 5, and I paid $70. But now, to be fair, this game that you're talking about was almost $90 for the what was it called? It was called like it was one of
the Legends.
I think it was I thought it was Champions
Edition, Legends Edition. Yes, Debbie. Ain't nothing like an old Ford. What in the
That one's cool. Oh, I'm just playing with a different design.
Okay.
That one's cool. I like that one.
Yeah. No, like so it was $90 to get the 80 cars for that is not bad. For $15, is that are you talking
That's
about?
Not bad.
I don't think so.
If you're gonna play as all 80 fucking guys.
Now I do think it's cool that they did Bill Elliott. And they did like his original paint scheme.
Yeah, but they put down a fucking Mustang. What the fuck, dude?
Who?
They put what?
Senior's in a fucking Mustang in that game.
What?
No, he's
I think
not.
Yeah.
I think that was like somebody modded that.
Did
that
they?
was a mod. Yeah, that was a
It
mod.
had to be.
Now Bill
Okay, because
Elliott,
I saw that picture and I was like, what the fuck, dude? Why is Senior in a fuck?
Senior would come back from the dead just to slap the shit out of them for putting him in a Ford.
because it made no sense because I kept looking at the GM logo and then like right below it was Ford and I just kept going back and forth. Yeah, but it was like $90 for that and the Bill Elliott thing is kind of cool. But like I don't understand why NASCAR games haven't gotten the idea that like we should have like a Legends edition, but like literally make it 70s cars. Make it the Pearson and
I mean,
Petty.
iRacing does that, but here's why they don't do that. is because the handling style is totally different. Like it would be just genuinely too big to put on the game. Now they could do like just the car models and make them run the same way that Gen 6 runs.
They should.
I don't think that people would enjoy that as much. Like if I drive an old car, I want that sumbitch sliding up the track.
Oh hell yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna let you get back to it, Dalton. But yeah, just the paint schemes is God, that's crazy. Because once again, I think we could all remember this one. Paint schemes used to be free on NASCAR the Game 2000.
Exactly. Yep.
I mean, yep. But money's money. I get it.
That was right at the time that microtransactions were slowly starting to creep
Yep.
into everything.
Yep.
See, it knows what started that shit.
Damn. Now, hey, what's up?
Shout out
So-
Chad.
Chad? I thought it was Derek.
No, that's Chad.
Checking
Oh,
out.
shit.
Checking out.
Sorry.
iRacing is something, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my rig back from my freaking stepdad.
Dude, if you get iRacing, oh my god, that would be so much fun. We could stream it and like we could spot for each other.
Dude, he got it for me back in 2011, and he stole it from me. I'm trying to get it back from him. Yeah, but fraud, just like DC Solar. A couple more things I want to add for the NASCAR Edition game. I tried racing on the Daytona Road Course last night as well, and for some odd reason, the driver settings are probably on. I could not find the driver settings anywhere. Like, if someone tells me what they are, please let me know. But for some odd reason, when I'm going through turns 1 to 2, 3, 4 wide open at Daytona Road Course, it just takes me off the gas for no reason at all. Like
you've got assisted on. That's why. Yeah, you've got assisted on.
Throttle assist and brake assist.
Can somebody in the comment section tell me where that is so I can turn it off?
Are you going to let me play it this weekend?
Huh?
Let me play it this weekend.
You're going to be disappointed. Like, it's just the driving. It's just,
yeah, without a doubt.
the driving's going to be way too difficult. It's just like NASCAR 2011, but much worse. The only good thing about it was the paint booth. The paint booth is back, and as a graphic design graduate, I'm addicted to it. I spent more time in the graphics part of the game, like more than racing it. Like,
well, and that's fine. Like if that's what you're into, but I'm not paying $60 for Photoshop on my PlayStation 4. You know,
You almost said 5. We don't get next gen. That's fuck us.
Yeah, that one doesn't even exist. What am I talking about?
Like, what is next gen? Oh, we were on last gen. Gen 6 car, last gen's console. Like,
I would like to say, so the one thing that is appealing about the game to me, and like I said, I'm going to buy it at some point, and it doesn't have the best gameplay is what we've seen. It's got a lot of bugs.
I'm hoping it goes like half off for Black Friday.
Yeah, or something.
fingers
Yeah.
crossed.
But my thing is this is the game that next gen is going to be on, which is pretty neat. So I'm kind of crazy about that. And the last time we had a game that done that like actually switched the cars over was NASCAR the Game 2011. Because if you played that game and you downloaded the download, you could switch from 2011 to 2012, which I think is super, super
Here
neat.
we go. We should have just named this episode Jacob Reminisces on NASCAR 2011.
Such a good game. I mean, 98
It wasn't great.
98, 2000, the best.
It
of all
wasn't
time.
as great as you think it was.
It was
It
Go
was
back
so
and
good.
play NASCAR 08.
Yes!
Dude, I don't know. I'm really partial to NASCAR 09. The
Really?
soundtrack
08 or
fucking
09?
booming on it, too.
You started
Oh,
up
09
Daria
was-
Jane just right off the bat. Elliott Sadler on the cover for no good reason. I mean, perfection.
My all-time favorite
What was
NASCAR
07?
video game.
08 had Stewart. 08 was Stewart, and then 09 was Gordon.
05 was Stewart.
08 was Stewart.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, Stewart was on 08. I think Elliott Sadler was on 07.
My all-time favorite NASCAR video game, 2005 Chase for the Cup.
Oh, dude. And it's so fucking cheap. You can get it for, like, at any game store, like $1.99.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Do you have it?
I had it for Wii.
Stewart
but,
was on 08. So
Yeah, Stewart was on 08. I played the shit out of 08 and 09. Those are the
I
two I
love that.
played so much.
I love those two games.
09 is Jeff Gordon looking over in the corner. 05 was Harvick. Okay, so
Yep.
Sadler was on 07. Yeah.
So that's what I played. Tony was also on Thunder 04.
Yes. Early Tony.
Yeah, Coop asshole.
Shit, I'll go fuck myself. Hey,
Yeah.
so the paint booth, are all the sponsors there? So regardless if you have the DLC or not, can you put Ethel M on like the 54 car if you want?
Okay, so they don't have much. I didn't check to see if they added sponsors. I don't think they did. The only ones I saw, they were mostly Joe Gibbs sponsors. They had M&M's. They had characters, the M&M's characters. So I made my own Kyle Busch paint scheme if I wanted to. They had Bass Pro, Auto Owners, Ream, DeWalt. They had a Quinn House sponsor, Mane and Tail. And the other one, I think they had Loves. I could be
Is
wrong.
DC Solar in the game?
Oh my god. No.
I would say Freightliner's in the game too, right?
It is.
I mean,
yes.
yeah, Roush and
My mom's putting everybody on blast.
Put DC Solar on a car and have to outrun police at Daytona. That should be a mod for the game.
So you can pay. You can like actually draw on a car, like in a game. I don't know how to do it though.
Can you put a dick on there? Back at what was it? 11 or 11? You could put dicks on cars, couldn't you?
Yeah, I want to put that on the Chase Elliott car.
Stop. We need Elliott on the show. Don't say that. Stop.
Not Screws fans.
That's exciting, Jesse. Get off your phone, Jacob.
How'd she know?
Because you're fucking staring at your crotch, bro. What else are you staring at?
My phone's nowhere near my crotch. It's over here.
Where? Can't see it. Pull up that Android. Get a fucking iPhone, Jacob. Hey, Coop Daddy on the car. I put it on the fucking tail end of that car.
Yeah, because someone painted a Dale Jr. amp car, and it looks exactly like. You don't get the exact fonts, but
if you got a steady hand, you could probably make it.
Let me ask you this: 1 out of 10 rating, just to see what you think.
So far, 2.7.
God
okay.
Damn.
What's
buying it?
So what's the pros to this game?
So far, only the paint booths. I mean,
and
what
I'll
about
tell
the
you
tracks?
What, me myself. What do you mean? The tracks? That's everything we ran this year.
Yeah, but how do they look like when you're driving? Do the fans look a little bit better? Is the lighting okay? I mean, is there anything different, or does it look literally like the Heat games?
It looks the same, to be honest with you.
Because they hyped the shit out of like Daytona. They were like, "Oh, look at the lighting! Oh, it's so great!"
I showed you months ago when I showed you all those YouTube videos. I told you it was the same exact render, and then it's just when they poured it to PlayStation because the gameplay they show comes from a PC. Video game industry has done that forever. They run a game on a PC when they do the trailers and show gameplay.
Oh, they did it back in like PlayStation 2 day. Remember, you watch a trailer and you're like, "Oh my god, that looks like I'm watching a movie," and then you get it and you're like.
Everybody,
like San Andreas. San Andreas got that remaster today. That shit looks clean as shit. Did you see it?
I mean, yeah, but it's not like a big graphical update, in my opinion.
No, but like explosions are better and like the lighting's better. Like, I mean,
so the paint booth is the only pros that you're going to say?
So far,
you
yes.
could shortcut the road court. What do you mean?
Yeah, so like you could just like instead of having to stop for a penalty, if you yeet through like a chicane, you just keep going. I think they got that one fixed, but then when they first fixed it, it was giving people stop and goes like just for running on the track.
But you can turn it off though. However, don't hit a turtle because you're just gonna go. Whoop.
Excuse me.
What?
Excuse me. What the fuck did you just say, Jesse?
Well. Now that Dalton's given his rating, I'm excited for everybody else on this show to come out because I want to know if like somebody is going to play it and then come back with like a totally different experience.
It's going to be a while before
it'll be just Parv. Parv will get it. Like, that's the best game I've ever played.
I mean, I'm going to keep playing it, but it's got a lot of work to do.
Parv,
I'm going to just stick with iRacing.
Yeah, if I had iRacing, I would definitely just stick to that, but. Moving on, boys, we had a championship week.
You're right, we did.
I was 1 for fucking 2 on this weekend.
I didn't win once.
0-3, baby. Let's go.
I agree that everybody should
I didn't win one time.
buy your computers. I called one. I called the Xfinity Championship.
Yeah, you were 1 for 2. I was 1 for 2. We were the only one that scored something.
I guess I'm going to start with trucks. So, boys, we watched trucks.
It was a
Dude,
good
Stuart
race. And
Friesen looked so sharp.
he looked good, like just the entire
So
closing of the
good.
season.
Yeah.
I almost called this one. I was like 9 laps shy of being 2 for 3.
It's crazy.
John Hunter got fucked. But then stage 3 he came back. He came back hard.
He came back, but he was never in contention. If John would have been in the top 5 at a restart, John would have won.
Well, he
Without
made
a doubt.
he made a huge mistake by not taking a wave around. The caution, he got his lap back.
Yep.
Huge mistake.
They were so confused, too.
Oh, Jacob.
What the fuck is happening right now?
He's gone.
Jacob with his little smirk. Look at him.
It's terrifying.
You know, that look is the exact look that the crew chief on NASCAR Ignition gives me when I look at him. It's the most awkward thing ever. So, like, when you go to race, you have to look at the iPad, and it gives you an option that says, look at crew chief. You look at him, and he's just staring at you like,
Why is that an option?
I don't know. It's just weird.
How do the drivers look? Because Larson looks like
Terrible.
dog shit in the
They all
pictures.
do.
Yeah. I was
They
like,
all
oh
are
my
terrible.
God. I wish you could get Larson and Elliott looking okay.
Do you
Jesus.
remember the drivers on NASCAR 08 and 09?
Bad. I remember looking at Dale Jr. and I was like, what the fuck am I looking at right now?
What about Ryan Newman in Chase for the Cup? Like when he's in that Viper.
Yes. Throwback. And I love the victory lane celebrations too. Like they were like,
When they fight.
I never seen the fights, honestly.
Really? You never like just dumped somebody?
No.
Dude, after the end of the race, if you created an enemy, at
Oh,
the
like
end,
rival?
y'all would square
Get a
up.
video. Can you get a video for us?
I can see if I can find one.
I've never seen the fight before.
I never
I
seen
kind
the
of
fights.
forgot about that. He is right. Yeah, because they would come up with like they would go after each other completely. That's old school. That's a fun feature though for like
Oh
a
yeah.
NASCAR video game.
So one thing to hit on though with this truck series though, Chris Hacker.
Yes.
Not bad.
Yeah, I mean, he looked all right, but he got in some shit in what, qualifying or was it practice? What did he hit the wall in? I think it was qualifying. I think he hit the wall in qualifying.
It was practice. It was
Okay.
practice.
He tore it up.
Here's what I was talking about, by the way.
George's, and I don't see them in here either. So, got a couple. Why are you sad, Kyle? What the hell, man? You ran well. That doesn't make sense.
What the?
Yeah.
Get my face. You want to go? You want to go, fam? You want to? I will punch you. Oh yeah. Get back, boy.
Oh my
I love
god!
The chest bumps is alpha.
Yeah.
Wasn't it the one you could play on the flip phone too? There was a NASCAR game back in the day that you could get for a flip phone. You could play.
I don't remember.
I think it was that or it was 07. It was one of them. It was I had a flip phone back in the day. And when I would look through the store, it was like getting pinball and shit. You could get a NASCAR game. But I can't remember which one it was.
Hold on 1 second. Let's cover this at the very end.
Okay.
Truck race, exciting though. Zane
was a
Smith
good
gets
race.
knocked out of the way. Racing for a championship, that's just a part of it.
If there's one thing I learned from this weekend, it's to never, ever, 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 ever pick the dominant cars this season to win the championship ever again.
Well, I mean,
Kyle Larson.
yeah.
I picked Truex and he about had him, which we'll get to later. But
Truex looked good.
PSP.
So
Was it? Which one on PSP?
who thought Ben Rhodes would be the guy?
Dude, not me. Honestly, I didn't. Ben's been out there for a while now, and I don't.
But
know.
not really. That's so weird to say because they even talked about it. They're like, he's 25, but he looks like a veteran out there. Like he's the long term because he's been racing since he was 18.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it was kind of weird to me to see him win. Like he's very deserving. Obviously, this year he had a fantastic season.
But he got shit on. He had like a good start to the season, and he just kind of got shit on.
Matt Crafton is who I thought was going to take it home, but Cody had a pick with Zane Smith. Honestly, man,
and he looked sharp. He looked very fucking sharp all night. I was kind of scared because I was like, shit, I at least want to get one.
He didn't
right.
run bad. Like, you can't say that he lost the championship. Ben Rhodes won the championship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, John Hunter. Like, if John Hunter wouldn't have had problems at the beginning, I feel like he would have been the guy to beat. But he had problems. But the good news is he's coming back next year. He knows what that team is capable of. They're running that new truck. They're running the new
Should he, though? That's the question. Should he?
Go back
does
to
he need to move? Does he need to move or does he stay?
I think Trucks is
He's already signed. He's staying.
Yeah, but like if you had the option, does he stay or does he move to Xfinity?
No, I'd keep him in the trucks.
Shit, he looks sharp as shit in the Xfinity, though.
Yeah, but that's the superstar car. I feel like if you put Brendan Jones in that 54, Brendan Jones would have won a few.
I genuinely think that he needs to stay in the truck.
Brendan Jones, driver of the 19 for Joe Gibbs.
I don't know. We're in some talks about him.
I mean, Cody and Dalton.
That's Brendan Brown, my guy.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Cody and Dalton are probably going to
too many fucking Brandons.
Let's go, Brandon.
More than
stop. No. Sorry. All right.
I think
what, Jacob?
I didn't mean it that way, but
I think Dalton and Cody are going to get this more. We don't have like the Ron Hornadays anymore. If you think about it. Like Matt Crafton might be like the last one,
the only one.
Yeah, he's the only one. So I mean, and guess what? They had successful careers. Maybe not in the Cup Series or what was then the Busch Series, but they had successful careers. So I mean, if you're a championship caliber driver and you know you can win, I mean, you're winning money. But I mean, as soon as you take that step up to the Xfinity Series, you leave that opportunity behind. And that's just a really scary thing, I think, for a driver. And I just don't know. I think John needs to stay for another year, see how it goes. Maybe stay another year after that. And I mean, by then, if he thinks that he's ready for it, then jump up.
Dude, if I'm a truck driver and I've had John's career, like getting rushed through, jumping into the Cup, not doing so well with front row, going back to the trucks, finding immediate success, dominant success, and I'm driving for KBM, I'm at home. I mean, 20 races a year.
You're making
hell of a
question.
schedule.
So you hit on front row, Anthony Alfredo. Where do you think he goes? You think he comes to the Truck Series next year?
Cowboys Motorsports.
Where does he go?
There's a lot of rides open.
I mean,
do you think he stays in the Cup Series, or do you think he goes back down and kind of develops a little bit more? He's not a bad name for the truck, but I don't know where he goes in the truck.
I'll be honest with you.
I
don't think that Anthony needs to develop. I think Anthony's a hell of a driver.
Yeah,
I think
without a doubt,
incredibly mature. He needs a more like Premier Cup ride, but he's going to have to drop down to earn that.
Yeah,
because he's going to be stuck in the Suarez cycle, right? Like, run for a shitty team, go over to like a good team, not have chemistry, go back to a shitty team.
Did they drop the 38 completely, or are they running the 34 and 38? So 38 is still open.
38 is still open. The question is who's going to go
Ryan Newman. Ryan Newman. You don't think? Two veterans.
I have a spicy one. No. So the biggest thing is bringing sponsors. That's specifically what Front Row said. But I'll tell you who I think is going to be piloting that 38. And y'all are going to think I'm crazy. But when I say it, it is what it is, and I guarantee it's going to be Quinn Houff.
I thought you were going to say Matt Benedetto.
That's not
No, he's done. I mean, just fact of the matter, he's done.
Oh, he's a dumbass. I know.
Yeah. That's not a bad take. So funny.
Why Quinn?
Fact,
Quinn's got sponsorship money. Like, Quinn's the only reason why Star Column stayed afloat. He's a likable guy. He's got a good, like, marketable face. That's what does it in NASCAR. And Front Row specifically said they're going for people who can bring them sponsorship money. Quinn Half, he comes from a
But
wealthy
Anthony
family.
does. I mean, to be honest, he does.
He's got dude wipes. I honestly,
Ragu. Why not go after Ragu? Go something after pasta wise. Why not push to a
Fazoli's.
sponsor that's not there?
Fazoli's.
I agree. But I think there's more to it than just him like getting kicked out of the ride for poor performance. Front Row can't expect much out of that 38 car.
Like they even said in their fucking press conference, they're like, we expected, or we had so much from Michael McDowell. He won one race, looked good in the road courses, looked good on intermediates, got 16th in the playoffs.
But Michael,
he really didn't perform
next year either. Michael's not confirmed for next year either.
No, but I'd say he's probably a lock.
No,
he's probably fine.
I don't think he is.
There was a report saying that he was going to be safe or expected to be safe.
I genuinely don't think he is.
But
I mean, to be honest, he's plastered on Loves. If you go into a Loves, you see Michael McDowell.
Yeah.
He's on the coolers.
Loves money is big money.
Yeah, that's big fucking money.
Fun fact, the owner of Front Row Motorsports, Mr. Bob Jenkins, don't get him confused with the announcer. He owns a lot of food chains with Yum Food Brands, which is like Taco Bell, KFC. Lives in Dandridge, Tennessee.
Oh, really? That's not too far.
Oh, okay.
So Front Row is kind of technically a Tennessee boy team.
Well, it's like that with Speedico. Speedico, Loves, like Speedico's, I think it's a Tennessee.
I feel like I know where you're trying to go with that, Jacob. That ain't happening.
It's happening. It's a Tennessee boy. They're Tennessee boys.
He's not leaving Chevy.
Wait. Who?
Who are you talking about?
No, I'm not saying Josh Berry is going to go to Front Row. No, I'm not. No, I'm not making that one. Sorry, I didn't know what you were talking about there for a second.
I was about to say that.
You know what I need next year?
New worst take.
I need a Bucky's car running.
Bucky's would be fun.
I mean, we got Pilot, we got Loves. Throw fucking Bucky's out there. Let me see that Beaver running.
I've actually had this specific conversation before. And you know who would be the Bucky's driver? None other than Chris Buescher, Texas boy.
The Bush.
I was going to say fucking Corey LaJoy.
Nah, Spire's fine. Corey does fine getting sponsorships.
But yeah, I mean, Ben Rhodes I think Ben Rhodes championship celebration.
Back to the trucks.
Yeah. Ben Rhodes championship press conference was one of the funniest. Like it wasn't as good as Brad K's 2012.
It was close.
But it was close. It was so close. Yeah. It was so close. And he did the Cooper. He caped himself in the flag and he wore it as a cape as he came in. So
do we still have that? No, it's gone. Damn.
So trucks happen. Then Xfinity happened.
Oh,
Cody got a good video. Video will never touch the surface of the internet, but he got the video. I was displeased. Wasn't happy. Hell of a win for him. Good job, but
all I could say is I called it. I mean, you could only be consistent for so long before it finally pays off. I mean, hell of a race from him. There for a while, we didn't know who was going to win. Cindric looked really dominant. But I mean, Hemrick just ran so well. Noah was up there a little bit. Dinger was the John Hunter of the race. Just bad luck from the draw.
He was trying to help Noah. He was trying to help Noah so much.
That was my pick. Also, shout out to Nick Kinsel from Stock Car Spectacle. It was a hell of a night for him.
For real.
He FaceTimed me at 2 a.m. that night, drunk off his ass for an hour straight. You should have seen it.
Miller's not back in the sport. I mean, it's Coors and Keystone is what we're looking at now because Coors and Keystone are tied. So Keystone's back with Penske. So we're not going to see Miller back because it's Busch. Coors is back, not really, but because Coors and Keystone are brewed from the same. Yeah, so
you're not going to see more. So from the business perspective, you're only going to see maybe one if you're lucky. Year run other than Bush, because Bush is
Yeah.
the
Bush,
pillars.
yeah, Bush is all. That's why Pepsi products are gone from the sport too, because of Coca-Cola.
Yeah. Coke. What? Remind me. It's Coke, Bush, Geico, and
Xfinity.
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 Yeah. Those are the 4 pillars of the sport.
And Sunoco.
The finish of that race, I couldn't be mad at. And I mean, obviously, if you watch this podcast enough, and if you know me, you know that I was pulling for that 22 car. But like, I remember, this isn't really a Ford time with Jacob yet. This is more about Hemrick right now. Hemrick did what he had to do, 100%. I mean, you couldn't be. Fuck, I'm losing my train of thought. I mean, like, if you're in that position, like, who is not going to come off the corner and door slam somebody for a championship?
Oh, you knew in turn 3 he was going to have to do that.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he got the speed to do it. He did drop back on turn 3.
Well, he moved him. He moved Cindric. He did the same thing that Ben did to Zane in the Truck Series, but he didn't get the exit that Ben did in that particular spot, so he had to door slam him. If he didn't go up and door slam him, I don't think he would have got him. And it slowed Cindric down enough to where he could pass him for the championship. Xfinity Series didn't disappoint. It was the best racing series all year long.
I agree.
Oh, hell. Great season for Xfinity. Also, fun fact about Daniel Hemrick's win. Did you know that was the same car Kyle ran at Nashville this year for the Xfinity race?
Really?
Was it really?
Yep. Joe Gibbs Racing announced that today.
I mean,
so there you go.
Okay, so Hemrick was in the 54.
Pretty much, yep.
So Hemrick deserved it. I mean, dude's been consistent all year long. He was always there, and he showed up, and he was where he needed to be to cross the finish line. I knew that was exactly how the race was going to shake out. It was just one of those gut feelings. I wish I would have put $5,000 down on Daniel Hemrick to win. But Denny H got it. Can't be mad. Happy for him. Stoked for him. He deserved it. Just bottom line.
Garage guys must have put a fucking bag on Gragson to win that race because they were very disappointed.
Especially Dale.
Always put a bag on Noah.
I was upset. I wish I would have seen. Yeah, that race version will look awesome.
I'm still excited for Allmendinger's race win at Bristol.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
It's going to be destroyed.
Please don't be decal. Like, no.
There's no way, dude. There's literally no way they can decal that.
It better not be. Because that'll be a disappointment.
Yeah. Hemrick deserved it. Noah was fighting hard, man. Noah was coming up through the ranks, and then he gave it a little too much and got into the wall.
It's a smart game plan from him. I mean, he was the only one to come down pit road. Didn't need to, but he did. Got some fuel. Looked all right. He was coming back. I mean, he built himself from what? It's like 27th, 28th.
Yeah, but once he tagged that wall, that was all she wrote.
That was
that's what got him. And he was still trying his best after, but it just didn't bring it. And I think he was upset too, and he knew he fucked up because when they cut to his camera, he was like trying to wipe his eyes too. So I think he got a little emotional and was like, "Shit, I lost my chance."
At least one DH is clutch.
I will say that Cup Series made me very happy.
So anybody have any complaints with the Cup champion?
Absolutely not.
I don't think so.
I do. Cup or Xfinity?
Of course you do.
Cup, I'm cool with. Xfinity.
Well, no, we were in the Xfinity.
Oh, Coop, that reminds me. When you retired from LTC.
Right now.
Bye.
So
I can't.
The next day.
No, you can't go back on that.
Adults like retire.
Yeah,
sorry.
Retired, bitch.
I'm repping my 3 today. Sorry. Fuck.
So
you need to get out of here after this episode. This is your final episode, buddy.
Yeah.
All right.
Dalton's like
I'll-
the notarizer.
Raise hell one last time. I gotta say, Ryan Blaney can't drive a car. Austin Dillon, champion next year.
So
Maybe. We don't know. I mean, who knows who's going to be the top team?
the Cup
Definitely not
Series
Penske.
race happened the day after the Xfinity.
Yes, it did. And I enjoyed it. Cody and I watched it together.
We did.
Got together.
You
and
got any
watched the
proof?
race.
Got any pics?
There's a video on Twitter of me in his house, actually.
Cody took a fire ass picture in that jacket I got him.
Yes, he
Thank
did.
you. I appreciate that.
That's
That
a
was
very
fun.
good picture, actually. Yeah.
I felt
Yeah.
cool.
Fucking.
And speaking of Ron Hornaday, that jacket.
Yeah.
I wanted to be fan 14 so bad, but then he failed me.
First off, I want to blame the pizza for the bad luck of the day.
Okay.
Would you get Pizza Plus?
No.
Pizza Plus is closed on Sundays now.
I heard about that. Yeah, last time I came home when we went for Martinsville, I heard that Pizza Plus is closed on Sundays now.
Yeah. Not that we'll ever get a Pizza Plus sponsorship, but that's what happens when you pay your people $7.25 an hour. Nobody wants to fucking
Actually.
work.
I was there for 4 years and I made $8.40 max. I had a woman that worked there for 12 plus years and I made more than her.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, you pay people like that, nobody's gonna want to fucking work there. So yeah, they had to close due to short staff, and so did my favorite barbecue place because they are expensive as shit and they still don't fucking pay people.
What's that?
Broad Street Barbecue.
Oh, you like Broad Street? What's the one that's up towards Washington County? Jacob, you know what I'm talking about.
Phil's Dream Pit.
Phil's Dream Pit's so good.
Oh, me and my papa went there to try it. That place slaps.
It's so fucking good. I love Phil's. Parv's like right down the street from Phil's too. He's not too far. Which he never ate there, which is weird. I was like, why do you never eat at Phil's? He's like, whoa, I don't know, Taco Bell, man. Oh,
Right.
Shrek, you taking my spot?
Yeah, he's a new stat guy, remember?
The
Prev? I love Prev.
The
Prev's my
Prev.
favorite LTC member. Fuck Prev. Black Friday, $15. Fuck Prev shirts.
I absolutely love Parv's pizza reviews.
Yes.
They're,
He
You know
don't
what?
fucking eat, bro. He just takes a bite and swallow it.
I just, you know what? He's living it up. That's all we can say.
Hey, I can't wait to see him this weekend. I'm so excited.
I bet he is.
Are you still
dreading
coming?
it.
Yeah, I'm for sure coming.
Oh, hell yeah.
Parv's like,
Ja-
"Fuck."
Jacob, are you coming? That's the question. What did you figure out? Yes or no?
Nothing yet. I have no clue. I
Let's
asked
go.
today.
I
I'm
think
trying to get Jacob to come. So if we can, then we'll have a little gang, a little posse. We got the old audio guy. We got John. We've got Parv. We've got Dalton. Possibly Jacob and me for sure. And I really want to go to an Andy's with everyone.
thanks for inviting me.
There's one right near me. You
I
gotta go
know.
to a tech game.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll have fun at the tech game. You get to listen to Inner Sandman and fucking HOKIES Hokies. Yeah.
And
Ooh.
watch the Blue Devils tear us up.
You lose to
Yeah,
Duke,
why's
you might as
that?
well- If
Probably
you
because
lose to
UT's
Duke,
old coach is there fucking coaching the shit out of that Duke game.
Oof. Dude,
Fucking big oof.
if you lose to Duke, just cancel the football program.
I'm already there.
Duke's got a good football program.
Duke is
They're
mediocre.
consistent.
now.
Yeah, they're
Nah.
consistent now. They'll finish 7-5.
We'll be lucky to get 6 wins this year. But anyway, the cup
We-
race happened.
We gonna finish
It did.
7-5.
It did.
Yep.
Kyle Larson won the championship.
Raise your
Cody?
hand if you're surprised. So there's a couple of comments I do want to bring up regarding that maybe. There's this one. I was tasked with designing it.
Did you design it?
Not yet.
Oh, so she is getting the tat.
She is. My sister said if Kyle Larson won the championship, she would get a Kyle Larson tattoo.
And I
Oh,
one-upped her too. I said that too. I said if Noah Gregson won the championship, I'd get a 9 tattoo. So I put that on the line too. It didn't work for me, but it's all right.
Only one person's getting tatted.
Okay.
Is she getting the 5 like we talked about with him in the middle raising the championship trophy?
I don't know yet. I was the one tasked with designing it, so I haven't
Got a
figured
banner
it
from
out.
that chat, from that comment that we had on Twitter. The one, you know what I'm talking about? It's got the little
Oh,
comment
God.
below it.
Yeah, I know what you're
I'm
talking
interested in the context of this, Cody. So please explain. Kyle
about.
Larson's sounding like a Valley girl.
Yeah, so it was Kyle talking about his kid when he won and everything, about how he was gonna like show her the videos at her wedding and stuff. But he did kind of sound a little bit like a Valley girl. If I can find it, I'll pull it up on the stream. If I can learn how to work this new Twitter. Twitter changing consistently on desktop bothers me bad. It's never the same.
Yeah, I wasn't surprised with Larson winning the championship. Or, I mean, I was surprised that Larson won the championship. I didn't think that he was going to – I thought it was going to be a thing. I was literally dreading it, honestly, if he didn't win, because I knew that people were going to immediately start bitching because they were going to start saying the same thing they said last year when Kevin Harvick got eliminated, that the most deserving guy didn't win. But he proved me fucking wrong and won the championship.
You said Valley girl. I think Kyle Larson sounded like an island boy.
Because I'm an island boy. Dude, I've been on that trend for a minute. I love it. So Kyle Larson wins. There's not a whole lot to really talk about like during the race. But there is something really interesting that's happened since the race happened. There's been some like weird news throughout NASCAR. Little tidbits, little sprinkles of what could be. And this is actually something that I brought up to Jacob before it was even like publicly addressed.
Thank you.
Yep.
That's all I got to say. Yep.
Shout out David Starr. But I do want to play this video because I find it really interesting and exciting.
You have to pick one, Indy 500 or drive an F1 car for one race. Which one are you picking?
I don't know. I'd like to do both at some point, so I'm not going to pick one.
Now, you're going to the F1 race in Abu Dhabi in December.
Yep.
Is there a specific reason for you going? Are you all taking a family trip, or was it one of your sponsors, or
no,
Hendrick,
no,
or
nothing.
Jeff
I've got
Gordon,
zero obligations while I'm there. I strictly just, I've always wanted to go to an F1 race, and I always, like, I don't pay much attention to it, but I always figure their schedule, I thought, ended like before ours, so I didn't have the opportunity to ever go. But John Edwards we were talking, and yeah, we for whatever reason looked at the schedule and realized that, yeah, the finale's in December, and I was like, damn, like, I want to go. So yeah, we're gonna go fly to Dubai and go hang out in Abu Dhabi and get to experience that. I've always wanted to go to Dubai also, so just it's gonna be a fun week.
So that was the second interview that Kyle mentioned potentially climbing into an F1 car. There was one. It was with what's her name? Is it Wendy something? And
Venturini?
No,
Wendy Lewis.
I thought it was Wendy Davis, but anyway, she asked Kyle if he would be interested in F1, and he said that when he gets there, he'd like to try to figure out a way to be able to run one around the track.
Yeah, I think that I like when you texted me that, Cody, like we had an in-depth conversation. We were like, I was like, I feel like Kyle, I told you, I feel like Kyle has to have another season like he did this year. Maybe take home a championship, maybe not, to go to that Indy thing. But the biggest thing that me and you both agreed on was that he didn't need to pull a Jimmy. Now, let me preface that for all the Jimmy Johnson lovers. I'm not talking shit, but let's be honest. Jimmy Johnson also had a few interviews leaked this week that said he did a sit down with Graham Bensinger. I can never say his name right. I hope that's right. And Jimmy talked about possibly going into F1, and he brought up the same thing that you brought up, Cody, saying that you had to go through the European Racing League and gain up enough pretty much credit to race in F1. So he said that's what hindered him from going to F1. So that's why he chose Indy to go race in the Indy cars. Now, when I say pulling a Jimmy pretty much waited a little bit too long. Now, if Jimmy would have went when I think he should have went, I don't think he would have had 7 championships. But I feel like Kyle is going to be one of these guys. He's still a young driver. I feel like he could be one of these guys that's pretty successful here in the next 4 or 5 years. And guess what? Continue that success. Obviously, he's one of the greatest race car drivers known to man right now. He can go to something like Indy or F1. And how badly do we need F1, an American presence in F1? Bad, because we don't have one.
So, I don't know if y'all are familiar. I love talking F1. I could do this all day long.
I'm interested. I want to learn more.
We have that for Kyle. I definitely see him running the 500 in 23. He missed the testing time to be able to run the 500 next year. But Jimmy Johnson did not miss that. And Jimmy Johnson is now licensed to run the Indy 500.
Now, what's the difference? Is it Formula or Indy? Who's got the big name sponsors? The fucking Rolex.
That's F1. That's Formula
okay.
1. Indy's still in a lower market, even below NASCAR, which a lot of people like. It's due to the perception of Indy that Indy is above NASCAR. That is true. And then he flew straight to the Coke 600. Tony Stewart did that too. I think it was the same year, wasn't it? Kurt and Tony running the 500 that one season.
I'm almost positive because they flew in on helicopters. Like they landed in the infield and then took off.
So cool.
Ready to go.
So anyway, Indy is actually a lower market than NASCAR. Due to the perception and like the elitist look around Indy, people feel the other way. But Indy is not popular all that much. I agree entirely, Ryan. But Tony ran in the 500 though after he was a driver in NASCAR. Like Tony ran the 500. It was 09, 10, or 11 that Tony ran the 500.
Yeah, him and Kurt did not run together.
They didn't run together?
No.
I know that Tony did at 500 after he left Indy.
Yeah, he did.
I was thinking it was the same year as Kurt. But anyway, Formula One, though, is like so much more prestigious. You have to go through so much more testing. You have to earn, as Jacob put in it, the credits, right? You have to earn so many points before you can get your super license to run in F1. So, in NASCAR, as long as you're 18, I mean, if I wanted to, right? If I was a billionaire, I could pay for an 18-year-old to get his NASCAR license and throw him on a short track. You can't.
How do you get a NASCAR license?
Immediately. It's literally as simple as applying for one.
You don't have to test.
You do have to test, but you're testing.
Like you have to test drive, or you have to test as in like I'm going to test for my.
Well, there's a knowledge test too. But that's why if you notice, like when a new out of nowhere rookie comes in, they'll run a couple of races on an oval. 01, okay.
Stat guy.
Yeah. So he was in NASCAR at that point. But your younger guys, you just throw them on a short track, let them run a couple races because they have to prove that they are not just total buffoons, right? And then like they slowly can move on. You do your road courses, you get your super speedway license. That's why NASCAR wouldn't let Jennifer Jo Cobb run for Rick Ware at Talladega earlier this year.
Okay.
Because she hadn't raced the NASCAR, like their rules on this is so finicky. And you have to run within the last 10 years, or you can be a previous winner of the race and run. That's why Derek Cope was able to run, right? Because I think his last full season was like
99.
No, he ran part-time. He actually was like part owner of a team that he ran for. But a lot of people were mad about that because Derek Cope hadn't ran in so long, and they cited the same reason as, JJC couldn't run because she hadn't ran in the Cup in more than 10 years. But then NASCAR's like, well, he's a former winner, so he can do it. I mean, they're a self-regulating body, right? NASCAR makes their own rules for NASCAR. But with Formula One, it would take Kyle probably 3 to 4 years before he would even be looked at for Formula One. So in the meantime, he'd be having to run like Formula 3.
How many tiers are there?
There's well, I mean, it goes all the way down to like kids. Like, you know how in like the Premier Club they sign like kindergartners?
Yep.
It's the same way with Formula One. They'll go and they'll find like an 8-year-old phenom in the karts and then just slowly start progressing them up through like the circuits of Europe.
So how old can you be to be in like the low tier? Can you be like 19, still wanting to run and then build yourself up to F1?
Don't quote me on it, but I think you can run F3 at 16.
How is that possible?
Well, you can run in the trucks at 16.
Yeah, but it's so confusing. Like, how can you legally not drive on the road? Like, I mean, 16 years old, you might not have your license, but how can you run a NASCAR or a stock car? It's just confusing to me. You can't drive yet. Let's say you don't have your license at 16.
Well, you can run at like local short tracks at like 10 years old.
Yeah, how?
You push the gas.
Yeah, but how does insurance cover that? How is insurance cool with that? How are liability reasons?
Totally
how are they cool with a
different.
10-year-old?
Well, I mean, you're not calling up Geico like for a race car.
Yeah, true. But like, what if they get injured? What do you do?
I mean, that's where the track has everything in play. I mean, that liability falls on the tracks. I mean, like Kingsport Speedway is a NASCAR home track, so it's sanctioned through NASCAR. So therefore, like they have, when it comes to like health and risk and injuries, if you crash it, like that dude who had the basal fracture here last season, he gets the same kind of treatment that Carl Edwards or Kyle Busch got when he broke his legs. Like in Formula One, they sign those kids young. They scout that talent. Actually, Alex Palou, the current Indy champion, he actually started. He's from Spain. So he started kart racing and he moved up and he got into Formula 3, and then like Dills fell through because he was on track to go to F1 and Dills fell through. He moved to Japan and raced there. He got the opportunity to test in Indy, went and tested, impressed enough heads to where he eventually got a call. It was like, hey, you want to try this out? And now he's the IndyCar champion.
That's crazy. So IndyCar's over for the year.
Yeah,
okay.
it ended back in like September or October.
Okay.
But for Kyle to go to F1, I mean, it would be great for the sport. Now, Jacob, you did bring up something out. I do want to throw my my rebuttal at it. You said that we don't have American representation in F1. Haas is actually stationed out of Charlotte. But they are under the Russian banner due to the primary sponsor being Russian, and he actually pays for his kid's seat too, which is Mazepin, which is the equivalent of like, not to drag him, but it's like Quinn Half. You know how like Quinn's guaranteed going to crash out? That's how Mazepin is.
Well, F1, I mean, don't quote me on this. So Cody, tell me if I'm wrong or not. But F1 is owned by an American-based company. Correct.
No. So F1, you could actually look at it more as like the Olympics.
Okay. So it's a committee.
Yes. Yeah. It is the it's the FIA. I don't want to get it wrong, so give me 1 second.
I love it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Little Elliot. Where's she at? I hope he's back. He heard it. He's like, nah, fuck you, dude. Look, he's going to unmute himself. He's going to say, fuck you, Debbie.
So it is the International Automobile Federation. That's the English, but it is Federation International Automobile, which is the European.
Brian is right. I don't really care much for Formula One, but go on.
So the headquarters, just real quick for Jacob, it's actually in Paris, France.
So it's in Paris, France. Okay.
Hey.
Yeah, I would enjoy when I said American presence, I'm talking about drivers wise. because we do not have that.
Yeah, so actually, we were going to have a fully operational American team. It was going to be USF1, and it was a big team. A lot of money went into it. It was going to be based out of Charlotte, actually. A whole lot of money went into this company, and so they got the approval by the FIA to run an F1 starting in 2013, and then the company entirely just folded.
Why is Charlotte the hub for racing?
I mean, NASCAR. You have the best mechanics in the United States living in the Charlotte area. So if I was going to start any kind of racing team, I'm either running it out of Indy or I'm running it out of Charlotte.
Isn't that like where the bootleggers started? Like
the Appalachian Mountains. I mean,
in that state, yeah.
This whole area, pretty much, like our area.
Yeah.
But Charlotte ended up being the hub. Of course, Daytona's very important for motorsports too. But if you're going to start any major racing program, I feel like Charlotte and Indy are like definitely where you'd want to be stationed, especially if you were going to try to go the international Formula One route.
And I mean, for Larson to go, like I said, I don't think he needs to wait as long as Jimmy did. I think Larson's young and in his prime. He's at his prime right now, obviously. So I think Larson could definitely do it. In bigger news, Dalton's very excited for Ty Gibbs to take over the 18 car.
Oh my god!
Sorry, that joke popped in my head now.
It's not. It did scare me at first, but I find it hard to believe now.
So for anybody who's curious, it's Kyle Busch's cryptic messages following the race and before the race. What he radioed into his team before the green and said, this could be the last time we all work together.
So I want to give a shout out to my good friend on Twitter. His name's Will. I don't know what his last name is, but his Twitter tag is Will_JGR_18. So he listens to Kyle Skinners every week. And this happened on the final pit stop of the season, like the very last pit stop of the race. He heard Kyle radio in to his pit crew saying, "Give me all you got. This might be our last time working together." So he tweeted it out there. Now, let me just say this to all my followers out there. If this happens to be an overreaction, please don't go after him. I mean, I know Will. He's a good follower of mine. He's not those kind of Twitter people that like to spread shit to get followers or drama or shit like that. He's not that kind of guy. So just please take it easy on my boy Will. Will, shout out to you, buddy. Keep up the good work. Had to get that out of the way. Sorry. But no, so yeah, he just tweeted out there. All he was doing was just telling y'all what he heard. And it did scare me a little bit. I'm not going to lie. Because also after the race, Kyle had an Instagram story of him holding brakes before the race started and said, P7 finish. I can't wait to make more memories with this little guy. That scared me a little bit too. But after thinking about it, I don't think he's retiring. I think what he really meant is that obviously the sport's changing next year. Like on Monday, a shit ton of people got laid off because, obviously we're going to the single lug nut. So they're going to lay off some pit crew members. So that's probably what I think we was talking about. But however, Kyle Busch has expressed his frustration on the sport. Fuck you, Debbie. So Kyle's expressed his frustration on the sport. He thinks that the Gen 7 is not the right direction, a step in the right direction.
Well, and
he's also upset with Atlanta too.
All right,
huh? Kyle
hasn't tested.
I don't think they'll let him because I feel like they're afraid that. So I will say this, I don't think the pit crew is bad. It's just the crew chief I despise right now. I mean, the pit crews gave them spots all season long, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do another crew swap. That could be another thing. But I mostly believe he's just talking about the people getting laid off. But however, if Kyle Busch actually were to retire, sadly, it would not surprise me because he's expressed his frustration about how the direction the sport's heading, and he's not alone.
Atlanta, that's a good one.
Exactly. Well, he was supposed to talk about the repave.
I was in the press room when Kyle was in there just tearing in, and like the president of the track is just standing there right beside of Kyle, and I'll never forget as Kyle's walking out, he's like, "Will you at least get me a piece of the track so I can remember before y'all tear this shit up, or before you run this track or something like that?" And the president's like, "Do you want it boxed or framed?" And Kyle was like, "I don't give a damn."
That's gold. But like I said, Kyle's not alone when to express his frustration to the sport. I mean, Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick, and hell, even Joey Logano have done it. So, with that being said, unfortunately, not surprising because Steve Phelps, he really pissed me off in his State of the Sport press conference last Friday about the 550 pack.
Cody, what did we talk about earlier?
Yep.
Get Steve Phelps on the show, and we got to have Dalton on.
I just want to have a talk and just say, I'm not going to be an asshole. I'm just going to say, what are we doing here? Like, what?
You were literally Kyle Busch at fucking 21 years old, 22, however old you are.
23, FYI.
Okay, cool. I'm going to fuck myself.
Yeah, please. Should have done that a long time ago.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I feel like this, like we talked about it last episode, I feel like it's a new era. It's just a completely new era.
Oh, yeah.
So if Kyle's going to retire, this would be the right time to do it. But like also Kyle's getting ready to run this rallycross race in a Nitro Rallycross. So
when is that?
Tomorrow.
Is tomorrow. They start their heat races, and then the actual race is Saturday.
Plot twist, he just falls in love with it, and he's like, you know what? Buy NASCAR.
Dude, I watched I had no idea it was a thing. So I think Cody and I talked about this a while back. I was a real big fan of Red Bull GRC when it started up. And Red Bull GRC is actually a completely new series now. It's called Titans RX, and it's an all-electric thing. But Travis Pastrana has started up pretty much what Red Bull GRC was, and it is exciting as hell.
Dude, I went to the Bristol race.
Was it nuts? Was it cool?
Absolutely incredible. I'm a big Ken Block fan anyway.
Ken Block is great.
Yeah.
Shout out Hoonigan.
Bucky Lasik was running. I got to meet Bucky. That was cool.
Yeah.
And Skater Kid knows Bucky Lasik.
Well, a lot of those guys are running in the Nitro Rallycross right now. They're running Travis Pastrana, Scott Speed. Scott Speed's a NASCAR driver. I mean
Scott Speed.
I miss Scott Speed.
Dude, Scott Speed. I watched him when he ran for Red Bull Racing, and then
get back to that.
We'll come back to this one. I watched him when he went to Red Bull Racing, and then I watched him in Red Bull GRC. And when Scott Speed got in that Volkswagen, he dominated. You could not stop him. So pretty excited to see him. Thoughts on the Busch format?
Could you see Volkswagen in the sport ever?
NASCAR?
Yeah.
No.
I couldn't either. I couldn't imagine.
Dodge is supposedly thinking about making a return.
Dodge had a car mocked up a couple years ago before Gen 6 was unveiled.
Yeah, it was in 2015.
They had a slick-ass looking fucking Gen 6.
They couldn't get anybody to take them, though.
Dodge is never coming back.
Dodge is annoying as hell. Either stay in the sport or no at this point.
Does Penske go back to Dodge? Did they come back?
No.
Somebody, I don't know who it was. It might be somebody in our circle. So if I'm about to roast you, I'm sorry. But somebody was talking about how Brad is going to bring Dodge back. Brad is not going to leave Ford. And anybody who thinks any differently is just ridiculous.
Well,
I think it was Parv. I think Parv said that.
Well, if Parv said that, then Parv had a terrible take.
The only team that I could
play
see
the video
going with Dodge would be Trackhouse. That's the only.
I don't think so though,
see.
because of the RCR alliance.
They would say fuck that if Dodge handed them a bunch of money though.
I don't think Justin would, because Justin is loyal to Chevy.
What is RCR doing? Are they selling? Are they staying? What are they doing?
I mean, I'd say Tyler Reddick probably saved that shop.
RCR's here to stay, no matter what.
You think?
That's exactly my life motto. Always bully the guy who can't defend himself.
So this.
Thoughts about the Clash format?
The LA Clash. I have the format right here if you want me to read it.
Pulled up.
Also, real quick, while you're doing that, to go to Chad's comment, he said Roush won't allow it. You're exactly correct because Roush and Ford have a really tight thing going.
So Jack Roush worked for Ford, and he has never ran anything but a Ford. Roush will never switch manufacturer. Now, when I don't want to say this, but when Jack goes away,
here you go.
When Jack goes away,
Jacob, go to the other side. Move. Keep going. There we go.
Yeah. when Jack goes away, Brad's going to be in charge of that team. Now, I don't think Brad's ever going to move away from Ford, and if he does, it's going to be he will not be driving a car. So yeah, he's completely right about that. Dalton, Clash format.
You got ready? All right.
Yeah.
So this year, 40 cars can enter this to qualify, but only 23. Yeah, 23 can make it into the main event. So we got qualifying on Friday. Yeah, no, excuse me, Saturday, February 5th. Single car qualifying, positions 1 through 40. Heat races will begin on Sunday right before the race. There are going to be 4 of them. So here's how the heats will get.
4?
Yeah, 4 heat races. And here's how they'll do it. So you qualify, and it's kind of like the duels. So like your starting position will determine which heat you race in. So let's say you qualify first, you're going to race in the first heat, and they do like every 4 positions. So like 1, 5, 9, 13, 17 on down. If that makes sense. Like that's where you qualify. And heat 2, like 2nd, 6th, 10th, 14th. Heat 3, 3rd, 7th, 11th, 15th. Heat 4, 4, 8, 12, 16. Like if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So how many laps are these? These are, I think 50. I could be wrong. But
I want to think they're only 25. Because
did they raise the field?
Yeah, well,
they haven't started yet.
40 can attempt to qualify, but only 23 can make it to the main event. So if positions 1 through 4 in each heat will automatically advance to the final event or the main event. And then there's going to be a last chance qualifier right after that. And the last chance qualifier, remaining 6 finishing positions from each heat continue through last chance qualifier race 1 and last chance qualifier race 2, with their starting position being determined by where they finish in their heat races. So the top 3 in both last chance qualifying races will be the final cars to advance in. And then there you go, you have your 23 car field. So
well, there's one spot that's reserved specifically for the highest guy in the point standing that didn't qualify.
So here's what it has. So the positions 1 through 4 will be all the heat winners. 5 through 8 will be second place finishes in all heats. 9 through 12 will be the third place heat finishes. 13th through 16th, the fourth place heat finishes. 17th and 18th are the last chance qualifying winners. 19th through 20th are the second place last chance qualifier finishers. 21st through 22nd is the third place. And then the final spot is, like you said, Cody, 2021 points provisional. And there's your 23 main event.
Explain. What do you mean by that?
So if Kyle Larson like qualified then they would go down to second place. If second place didn't qualify and didn't make it in, he'll be automatically in. Yes.
Okay.
Then but it's going to be.
What if all 4 do? Do you go to the 5th one?
Yes, it'll just keep going down to whoever
Okay.
didn't qualify. So somebody's going to make
Okay.
it in on points.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But it leaves it up to chance. I actually like that.
It doesn't sound bad. That's not confusing.
Oh, hell no.
It's kind of got some rallycross elements to it, which I mean, we just got to talk about that, but I enjoy that.
It beats the
So-
format of the All-Star race.
Hell yes,
Facts.
it does. Made no sense, dude. When I watched like a few laps and I had no idea what was going on.
Well, I had no idea. Like, I was there, and like Summer was like messaging me, explaining to me, because I'd be like, okay, now what? And she's like, okay, here's what's happening now.
Any of you all going to the clash? This is from my bad. Any of y'all going to the classes from Ryan?
I wish.
I think the only one might be Cody. Maybe.
I mean, who knows? I might
Boys-
wiggle a little something to be out there.
Boys, let me tell you something. I'm excited for this year's clash, and I may have to do a little something for that race.
A
Take
T-shirt?
back. No, even better.
No.
Let's
Oh.
just say keep an eye on my account for sometime in December.
Oh, winky face.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, a little quadruple wing. Oh, he's twitching.
He's twitching out. He's a twitch.
So I can say though, I think for the most part we're going to Daytona. I think that's the plan.
I wanted to talk to you boys about that.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening for me.
Damn.
It's up in the air for myself right now as well. I'll explain
I
later.
think I'll be there.
So my mom and her friends have season passes for Universal Orlando, and they're going to go on that weekend. And I still have my season pass from last year, so I can go with them and go to the parks on Friday and Saturday. And then Sunday, I can find a way to Daytona 500. So my mom's not going to want to go because of the shit that happened in 2020. So I do need someone to go with me. I want to buy 2 tickets. I just need somebody to tag along.
I'm there with you. So I want to camp.
Come on.
I know Dakota's going to be camping, so I want to try to get in with that somehow. I really want to camp and try the whole experience.
I'm staying at Orlando, but
I want to stay in Daytona the whole weekend.
that's fine. But like I want to buy a ticket. I just need someone to go with me because I know my mom's not going to want to go.
Going for the first time. Let's do it. Hey, I'll be there
Oh,
for my
hell
first
yeah.
time too. Let's do it.
I tried in 2020 and it was the worst day of my life. Didn't even get to
You-
go back.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You weren't there for the end.
Thanks to Hertz and Florida weather, pissed me off.
Shout it out. I mean, next season there's 36 different races. I gotta pace myself. I don't think that I'm gonna break my record from this year by any means. I don't think I have that much travel energy left in my body. I don't know if
I think the easiest ones to do, Bristol, do both of those. Atlanta's not too bad. Nashville's pretty easy. So we're sitting at 5 right there. And then Martinsville actually isn't too far. So we could do both of those.
Well, Martinsville's closer than Atlanta and Nashville.
Yeah.
So you're looking at 7 right there. And then Darlington's a big one. I really want to hit Darlington next year. I don't care which one. I'd like to hit a Darlington though.
So you guys will catch me at trying the Daytona 500. Stay tuned for that.
Same.
Bristol Dirt, I'm giving that one last chance. And I will ask off work so I can watch it. I will be at both Talladegas, thanks to Dakota Rutledge for renewing our tickets for us not making it last year. And then Nashville. And that's it so far.
Martinsville's it's not bad. It's like what, 2 hours, Jacob? If that.
3 hours.
It's really not far.
About 3
It's
and a
not
half.
far.
Yeah, I'll definitely be at both Martinsvilles. Obviously, I'll be at both Bristols. Maybe I'll do Spring Richmond. I don't know.
I'm getting
and-
a hot dog.
Yeah, you deserve a hot dog.
We got to get that redemption.
Right now, my only like conflict of interest is gonna be the Indy 500 or the Coke 600.
Coke
I don't-
600 would be nice.
It would. I mean, that's like my dream race, but the Indy 500 is just incredible. Like you don't even understand until you see it.
Yeah.
Oh, something that Cody and I were talking. Something that Cody and I were talking about earlier.
Hey, me and Cody talked about it too.
St. Louis Gateway for me. Already got tickets. Chad, we've mentioned it. It ain't a bad drive.
We've mentioned it.
It's
I
about,
have to.
Gateway's a meme to us. It's me and Cody. It's a meme to us.
I may have to do something for Gateway
Kenny
too.
Wallace. Kenny Wallace is going to be hosting a race day.
Oh boy. But you know what? I might have to do something for Gateway too.
Wink, wink.
But we've also got Pocono too. We've got Jared that's offered up Pocono to us.
I can't do Pocono.
I Snapchatted Jared today.
Dalton, you sound like you have PTSD from Pocono. You're like, I can't.
I'm also going to 2 weddings next year in Chicago, so I gotta save up for that.
Dude, go to Chicagoland.
That's what I was going to say. Go to Chicago.
Well, there's one problem. It's freaking closed.
Thanks, Bowman. We appreciate it.
Hey, Dalton, we need the plan this weekend. We have to go by Nashville. We have to go by the Nashville Super Speedway.
Oh, sure, dude. Yeah.
I want to go check it out. I want to see what we can do there.
Well, just stay after the show and we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk.
I texted or Snapchatted Jared today. Jared added me on Snap, so me and Jared Snapchatted a little bit today, and he was leaf blowing somebody's yard, and
Leaf blower.
the next thing we know, we started talking about blowjob jokes for the next like 10 or 15 minutes.
Jared's a good guy.
Jared's great. Jared's a good one. He's a G. So I appreciated that, Jared. That made my day a little bit better today. But yeah,
Is that a body armor?
Hell yeah.
Is it the fruit punch?
shout out Coke.
Fruit punch is shit, man.
Shout out Coke for real.
Shout out Coke. Shout out Jennifer Lopez for jumping on board.
Dalton, how's your desk look?
Huh?
You still got do you have the Kyle Larson on your desk, or do you move it?
Oh, no, I finally took it off.
You took them all off. What about what was the drink? He was supposed to drink it on the show.
Wait, what?
Oh, yeah, the room temperature bush apple.
Yeah, did you drink it?
No, I haven't.
Did you drink it? Drink it right now.
It's too late now. He's got to do that at the start of the show so he can get like a room temperature buzz.
I looked at the room temperature Coke and it had like some kind of weird shit in it. I said, yeah, I don't feel like dying, so I'll just throw it away.
Thank you.
It's probably some rat shit or something.
Better than Gatorade.
It's all Elliot. It's all Elliot Tarot over that Coke.
Oh, little Elliot.
Precious Elliot. I can't wait to go in Dalton's closet and just show you guys all of the Chase Elliott shit he's got on it.
I hope little Elliot bites your dick off.
I hope so too. It's a little. Ain't too much to bite.
So
no.
the 2021 season. I kind of want to hear it from all of you all. If you all had to rate it 1 out of 10, same way as a video game, what would you rate this season? Was it true? Was it the best season ever that Fox said?
Honestly, coming new into the sport, I couldn't ask for any better. 10 out of 10. I met some good people, went to some good races. Just the experience wise. I mean, we had some funny stuff. Like, jokes aside, Jacob, it was funny. Knowing with Nashville, like shit kind of went down and we weren't expecting it. So it was like, it's a story to tell now. So honestly, It was the best season ever because we have a story that's like,
that
Jacob
funny
was supposed to
story
come.
To you is Parv's literal worst nightmare.
So like, there's just stories we can tell. Like, Jacob was signed up to come to Nashville. We're gonna have a damn good time. We're gonna hit the city. This, that. We had this guy to stay with. No, we ended up staying in a fucking cot in the middle of nowhere. I scared the shit out of Parv. I'm literally shitting my pants because I don't know what's up with Jacob. I've got texts from Cody saying that Wendy's flipping her shit. Jacob's stuck in a fucking bed watching the Nashville race off of grainy ass TV. Like, there's just nothing but stories. Like, I mean, we had some damn good times. We went out with fucking Dakota and his boys. I remember patting one of his boys on the shoulder and was like, "Hey, you good?" Throwing up out the side of the truck. I mean, just Freddie.
Who was that?
Fuck. Nathan.
Okay.
Nathan's thrown up on the side of the truck, just repping Ryan Truex all the way. Got a Ryan Truex t-shirt on. Wearing got a Ryan Truex koozie. Like, Just nothing but
Nashville was
experiences.
wild. I'll never forget. I think it was the Thursday, and I messaged Dalton, and I was like, "Hey, we got to get together." And he's like, "Let's do CC's." And I was like, "How about you just come to this random bar right now?"
Yeah, it was so late at night too, and like I kept trying to come to my place, and then Chase took your phone and FaceTime me, and what was the name of the bar? Was it Hanks? Hanks, yeah. And I said, you know what? Screw this. Let me go take my dog out. I'll meet you right in 15 minutes. And what was that? Wasn't that a fun night?
It was, honestly. I
didn't even drink anything.
Plastered.
I met your fiance at a fucking gas station. I thought she drove an SUV. She pulls up in this fucking bright red Civic, and I'm like, is that Summer? We end up fucking cruising. I almost get in a wreck with Parv. Summer almost fucking rear ends me. Like, get stuck on a back road. We get stuck in traffic for an hour and a half. We finally park. Summer's fucking depleted of everything. We're carrying a jug of water to you.
Yeah, because I'm like dehydrated as shit.
Like, but we come down the night before and we end up turning up. We meet fucking the champion. We meet Kyle Larson, like Ricky. Just nothing but experiences. I mean, just this season absolutely blew up.
Freddie.
We met Freddie at fucking what was it, Red Dog?
Old Red.
Red.
Come on, somebody, why don't
you? Had that, got Parv stuck, gave his chicken away to a guy.
About how cool this was.
I'll just never forget it. I'm there. We just got done with the graveside of my grandfather, and I'm literally looking at my grandmother. I'm like, I gotta go. Like, I gotta go to Nashville for LTC. And she was like, yeah. And I took about 2 steps out the door and immediately came back in and said, I don't feel good. I said, this is bad. And I was like, maybe it's something that I ate. Maybe it's something that I ate. I don't know.
But you had Atlanta. You got to Atlanta the first time. We didn't know Dakota there. We had a good trip. We got to go to Dawsonville. Like, we got to check that out.
I mean, your one race, like your first race, you got to see your boy win in person.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we got some good memories out of that. We met that random guy that was like, hey, you know, I do this and that, and we shot him our fucking shit, and like, we got some cool shit out of that.
I'll rate this season 9 out of 10. I will.
I mean, for mine, it's going to be like swayed by opportunities. Obviously, I couldn't have had like a better NASCAR season, like from a professional standpoint. Now, to separate from that and talk about the racing, being a diehard lover of intermediates, it was a sad year for me because the intermediates were, you know, like the snooze fests of the season.
Steve O'Donnell.
But at the same time, not only am I an intermediate guy, I'm also a diehard road course guy. So it did make up for it a little bit. A lot of people are still pissed off about the road races. I thought that those were some of the most exciting races of the year. Almost every finish had some kind of or every race had some sort of controversy with it. I think Road America was the only one that wasn't like somehow a shit show in one way or another. And that's not Road America. That's not because Chase won, but it was just a clean road race, right? But Coda, we had, you know, those 2 god awful crashes before they finally decided to call it. And then Sonoma was expected to be like Truex's day, struggles. And then
lost money. Daniel Suarez knocked out Michael McDowell, top 10. Would have got a decent chunk back, but that hurt. That was what was good too. Just betting this year too. I didn't expect to do that with NASCAR.
Yes, I mean, you know, depending on if you're old enough or not, I'm not a financial advisor or a licensed bookie. Betting on NASCAR really does make it a lot more fun. You know, I think even like a casual person who doesn't necessarily care about the sport can grow to love the sport because of betting. You start betting on these guys, you watch the race because you got money on it. I mean, betting's fun. It's made me pull for people that I wouldn't normally pull for.
I mean, I remember the first race I bet on. I had a whole lineup. I was sniffing 25K, sniffing it. It was right there with me. I remember I even sent the screenshot to Cody, I'm pretty sure. I was up a decent chunk of change. And I was like, I can't wait. Austin Dillon gets dumped by Kyle Busch. Fucked the day up, fucked my lineup, lost all my money, didn't make a dime back. I put a decent chunk down on that race too. I was so fucked. I had a great lineup. It fucking hurt so bad.
That's just a part of it. That's literally like the best and the worst part of betting is, literally like one great thing could happen and win you 25,000, or one bad thing can happen and cost you everything. Best altercation this year. Are we talking on the track or off the track? Because if it's off the track, Bristol clearly. If we're talking on the track,
was it Bristol or was it Atlanta at that gas station? What was better? The Bristol, the fight with Parv and the racist guy, or me just getting fucking wild and turnt before we got to that gas station?
Well, now
in the chat traffic, I'm fucking honking at cars, hanging out the window.
I was sticking strictly with NASCAR when I said Bristol. I was talking Chase Elliott and Kevin.
Oh, hey, I was thinking he meant altercations like with us.
I hope y'all enjoyed my rating that I gave you assholes.
Rate it. What do you rate?
I didn't even give a rating either.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
No, he didn't.
Oh, you did?
He said bias aside, and then he got into some shit, and then we just started talking.
Yeah, we were talking about, I was getting there. Then we started talking about altercations. My rating on the season from a racing perspective, I'll give it like a 7 out of 10.
All right, so for me, definitely an upgrade from 2020. 2020 was just an absolute mess.
And throw your bias aside.
I am, seriously. The mess I'm talking about is just like, of course, COVID, the George Floyd situation that kind of carried over to the sports, and Bubba Wallace trying to stand up for what he believed in, which I agree with. Now, for this year, I thought the racing was much better. It was finally a more normal, relaxing year, which is exactly what I wanted. The intermediates were pretty disappointing. Bristol Dirt was a disaster, but
it wasn't. In person, yes, it was good.
Which is why I'm giving it one more chance next year in person. I was going to go, but then I committed to going back to work the very next day, so I had to go straight home. But I will ask off this year. Like, I'm already going back for Easter anyway, so I will be there just to see it, what it's like in person. Hopefully it don't rain. Circuit of Americas could have been a good race if it wasn't for rain. Nashville, probably the most successful new race of the season, despite the traffic. Road America.
They ran out of water, bro.
Yeah,
and Bush.
Damn.
Ran out of Bush Light. What the fuck, dude?
That's a crime. Road America, I miss 4th of July Daytona. I really do. But Road America before July is not a bad replacement at all. That could definitely be a brand new 4th of July tradition. I'd be all for it. Atlanta, the second Atlanta. That was finally where I finally met the Stock Car Spec boys. Had a hell of a time. But then first time camping at a track. So that was a whole.
That was a good time. That was a really good time.
Dude, I miss it. Atlanta 2 in July was hands down the best racing trip of the whole season for me, at least.
I don't know where you were, but me and Cody sat down in the infield. We got to watch the Conor McGregor Dustin Poirier fight, and then after that, we hung out with you for a little bit after.
I was getting drunk while wearing an eagle mask while you guys were watching the fight.
Yeah, right. I remember.
And then Bristol Night Race, I linked up with y'all. This was a Electric Cult trip, and that was a hell of a time. Bristol Night Race never disappoints.
No.
And never, ever, ever.
That was race of the year. Well, no, I take that back. I think actually I do take it back. I think Martinsville was race of the year because I was there in person. But I think Bristol definitely carried the most drama going forward. Clearly,
Bristol Night Race was race of the year, including that Xfinity race too.
Dude, I'll never forget. Me and Cody were at that Xfinity Series race in the last lap. It was just like everybody come out of their seats. It was insane.
I hated not being there. I was on my way home from work. I pulled over on the side of the road to watch those final 2 laps on my Hulu app. And holy shit, I made a good decision. Now, Kyle Busch's season was much better than last year's. I will say that. So I'm going to give good old 2021 a solid 8 out of 10. I think that's me being generous. Great season. This was honestly the most enjoyable season I've watched in a long ass time, honestly. Like I want to say probably 2014 or 2017 was the last time I enjoyed a whole season.
There was just so much because we just like spread out everything that we did. So
Yeah.
like it wasn't back to back to back. I mean, Cody was, but like everyone else aside, we were just kind of like sporadic. We were here, then we're there, then we're there, or we're linking up for this one, or we're talking about this one. So it was like we spread everything out so that we weren't just beat.
Yeah.
Besides Cody. Cody got his ass whooped this year. But
Debbie's
honestly,
ass again.
I have an answer right off the bat. Dalton falling out of his chair.
I've got one.
Which time?
The first, like the true, genuine one.
The first time?
Yeah.
Mine.
Oh, yeah. And it was from Debbie's comment. I remember that. They still make Altoids?
Yeah.
Mine was Atlanta 1. We're sitting in the room. I looked at Jacob and said, shit, we need an extra phone charger. Jacob, come with me. Put the guns in the pocket. Walk outside the room. There's some guys that are surveying. We're like, what the fuck are they doing? So we walk out, go to the car. I don't even think Jacob had his. It was sitting in Cody's car, unholstered. We get the phone charger, and Jacob's like, shit, I need this. Grabs his fucking unholstered gun, puts it in his pocket, carries it out. And I'm like, Jacob, are you not going to cover that? Nah, man, don't worry about it. Fucking gun's just sitting out. You can see the goddamn handle of the gun sitting out of his pocket. Walk back into the hotel after I had raised absolute shit in that inside of the hotel when Cody's trying to check us in. Jacob's got this unholstered gun. We walk back to the room. We got our phone charger. That and then the Hooters woman. Those are two of the best moments for me.
So, what was your favorite moment on the podcast?
On the podcast? Yeah. I think that's the point, though. That's one of them we hit up. Jacob and his unholstered. Yeah. Jacob and the unholstered gun.
No, I mean, like, I think she means, like, specifically on this show. Jesus.
That's one of the ones you hit up, though. That's one of the ones we talked about on the show.
I don't.
But besides that, I guess if you were to say just podcast alone.
Yeah, that's the question.
Well, I mean, we hit the topic on there, but the Darlington episode before Bristol Night.
Jesus. I'm just moving on.
It was a good episode. That was a good episode. I
Yes,
was turned as shit. I was ready to go.
Too bad no one will ever listen to it.
No one will ever listen to it, but it was a good episode.
I think my favorite moment on the show for season 1 was probably when me and Cody just ripped into Parv.
Are you talking? That was about what? Like that was week 3, I think. And I was like, because Kyle Busch finished poorly.
I know exactly what you guys are talking about. Which episode? I listened to that episode on repeat. I had that marked and everything. And I just went back and repeated it every day at work, laughing my ass off.
Doing better. He finished 28.
Yeah, no. Just so you were trying to piss Parv off. Like Jacob was talking about Adam Stevens being Christopher Bell's crew chief, and Cody said, "Hey, what was his crew chief's name? I forgot." And Parv goes like, "It's every fucking week, guys, every fucking week." And he would not answer the question. And Jacob kept asking, "Okay, Parv, where did Kyle Busch finish today?" And Parv just would not answer it. And Jacob finally said, "Parv, answer my damn question. Where did he finish?" And he said, "He's improving." And Jacob just laughed his ass off. And that was so funny.
I think that's
Justin
when,
Allager.
Yep, old Allager. I think that was the same episode where I was like, Parv, how many races have you ever watched? And he's like, 3.
We realized.
Yeah, because he said he was like, I just watched the last one that makes 3 races this year. We were like,
that's when we both realized, like, maybe we shouldn't have brought him on a NASCAR podcast. But Parv's great. Parv's fantastic.
We love Parv.
We have T-shirts. Fuck Parv. Go buy our T-shirts.
There's a reason why those shirts exist.
Exactly. Listen, guys, just trust us. And remember that buying those shirts is what keeps us going.
Yeah.
With the Energizer buddy.
hey, shout out Bailey.
Now, what was the question again that Debbie asked?
God damn. The question was, what's your favorite moment on the podcast?
Sorry. Me joining.
Damn,
Oh,
Dalton always
oh,
has like the best.
Oh.
He always has the best answers. Yeah, I'm talking about.
He joined at such a good time too.
Me joining and before I even came on, the Tim Richmond penis episode.
It's a vein.
What was the episode?
No, it's a.
What did you jump on? Was it the Coke 600?
No, so my first episode that y'all found me was Miami. It was a week after the 500. Some dumbass thought I was a Chase Elliott fan. I had to show my damn room just to prove I'm not. And we made a deal to put me on after or during Homestead Week. Then you guys invited me back on for the Coda episode after the Brian Vickers episode and the numbers movement. That was another good episode, by the way. So I stepped in, and then Cody said, hey, bitches, I'm going to the Indy 500. Don't come in for me. I said, okay. And Jacob had his issues, and Cody was still traveling, so y'all wanted me to step in, and they said, okay, come on in. My first episode full time was after Pocono, the Pocono doubleheader.
What a good race. I was so fucking lit that first race.
I liked the second one for me.
Well, yeah, but
It was a good weekend for the guys on the show.
It was?
Yeah. Bad weekend for me, but
yeah, season 1 has been a blast. This is the season 1 finale. It's great. It's honestly, it's kind of like crazy that a year has gone by. I would have started this yesterday.
I know it's wild. Shout out Save the Speedway. Shout out Noah Gregson. Shout out Eric Jones. Shout out Dakota Rutledge. Shout out PK Jared. Shout out Garage Guy Chase.
Chris Hacker.
Shout out Hacker. I don't think we've had any other guests. Obviously, shout out Dalton, but he's a part of this now, so I shout him out with everybody else.
Gunner.
Gunner.
Yeah. Shout out Gunner. Shout out John.
Shout out Robin, who won our first ever
Robin?
giveaway.
Yes.
That Jacob.
I got it to her. That's all that matters.
I'm trying to think if there's anybody else that people.
Ryan Reed, Eric Jones, Noah Gregson.
Oh, Reed. Shout out Ryan Reed.
Yeah,
Shout out
Ryan.
Jared. Shout out just everybody who listens. Thank you, Ryan, for this nice stat. 100 days away from Daytona.
Oh, shit.
It's so close.
It is. Well, that's one thing. Summer, she's like new to the sport as far as watching as an avid fan. And she's like, this is the shortest off season of any sport. I'm like,
And the
thank
class was
God.
shorter.
Yeah.
It's like that in baseball.
Yeah. Baseball, though, they have until April.
Well, March. Yeah.
Yeah. but
February. They changed it. They pushed it to February now.
Is that permanent or was that just because of COVID?
See, I don't know. The past 2 seasons, they had it in February, like towards the tail end of February. But no, NASCAR is the quickest turnaround, without a doubt.
Shout out.
So, I mean, hey, thanks, buddy.
You're welcome.
It's been fun.
Parv.
Oh, yeah. Shout out Parv one time.
I wish Parv would get in here. Should we text Parv? Let's text him. Let's see if he'll hop in for a second.
He's got his
No
name,
spring training in baseball?
This year?
Shout out Shohei Ohtani.
God, he almost had my MVP vote. He was like the Orioles. Dude, his odds were so fucking insane. It was like 1,500, and I was like, shit, I could literally throw just like $15 on him and make a quick dime back.
Hey,
I wish I would have.
Send Parv an email real quick if you haven't already.
I shot him an email.
Oh, okay.
Was Parv going to join?
So wait, baseball has spring training, but no. What do you mean? Wait.
Are we talking about the contrast in between NASCAR and baseball?
What?
No spring training. Baseball has spring training.
I'll hold on for a second. So, what is a moment that sticks out to you from this year in NASCAR? It's in person, on the show, off the show, just, something we didn't document between us. What?
For me, it would have been going to the All-Star race, seeing Kyle Larson absolutely dominate, going to Nashville and seeing Kyle Larson absolutely dominate. And that was when I realized that Kyle Larson,
he's here. Woo!
Yeah.
Hey!
What's going on?
Let's go.
We're live right now. We're just like kind of giving our final goodbyes. This is the season 1 finale. You missed 2 hours and 10 minutes and 7 seconds of it, but you're here now. So, Parv, what are you thinking about the season?
So this is my first kind of full season, I guess, per se. I mean, I didn't get to watch every single race, but I really enjoyed watching what I got to watch. I think one of my more favorite races I got to see this year, but I mean, pull a BFT video and whatnot. I really like New Hampshire. I thought that was kind of like a dark horse race of the year.
Pain.
I know
love races being shortened by NASCAR is like just whimsical.
That was the worst take that has ever been said on this fucking podcast.
But I really think it's a good season, despite issues that we have that I have. But what's up, Debbie? But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I can't wait to watch more next season.
Come to more.
Hopefully, I'm glad I got to do this podcast with y'all too, because it's been a lot of fun. Got me more involved into watching it.
Yeah, you went to what, 2 races this year?
I went to
with me.
Yeah, 2.
Yeah, I thought
2.
so.
Both with me.
both with Cooper.
Parv, what was your favorite moment of this season? Was it being downtown Nashville scared shitless by yourself?
God.
Oh wait. I don't think the viewers know about that.
Oh, they do. They do, baby. Trust me. Everyone knows. Hey, Parv, wait till this weekend. We're doing it again. Run it back.
Oh
hey,
no.
You're old enough, finally. You're old enough, finally. You can go in.
You don't get to get left out.
Yeah, you come in everywhere.
You don't have to go and eat at Hattie B's and get their leftover chicken only to have it stolen away.
Oh, God.
No, my favorite moment of the season was seeing Kyle Busch win his 100th Xfinity race.
Same. And you and I got famous. You remember that?
We did get famous.
We got that fame, boy.
Got that thing in him, boy. Parv, redemption this weekend. Come on.
I just want to see a video of Parv just taking lines of shots and just like fanning out money over a girl who's just grinding on him.
Hey, Parv, we'll do it, baby. Come on. We're going to do it. We got some shit planned up this weekend. I don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to plan some shit.
Parv.
I'm coming for a good time. I'm coming to see both of you.
I got you, Parv. I got you. Come on.
Parv, I want you. Okay, so season 2 of Left Turn Cult. I mean, we're pretty much going to start it fairly soon. But season 2 of Left Turn Cult. There were almost, I think, a little over 60 episodes in their first season. Parv, how many episodes are you saying to be on in season 2? I want a guesstimate. I want a guesstimate of how many episodes you think.
Well, see, here's the thing. The reason why I wasn't on many episodes this season was for season 2 or for like this season?
Season 2.
Season 2, 45. Hopefully,
High
all.
number. That's a really high number.
But if school gets in the way, I won't probably be able to be on the episodes.
But you're guessing
Fuck
it's
school.
45.
Part of that excuse means absolutely nothing to me.
Hey, fuck college. Let's go get drunk and eat chicken dinners.
There you
We'll
go.
I swear to God. I'm coming for a good time.
So 45. All right, I'm holding you to it. I'm holding you to that. Parv, will you buy a Fuck Parv t-shirt?
I'm not going to buy that T-shirt ever.
I feel like you should.
No.
I will come down to Nashville and wear our Left Turn Colt merch if you will buy a Fuck Parv shirt.
And wear
I'm
shirts,
never
too.
going to buy that shirt.
I will wear it downtown and I will make sure to point out that you are Parv.
Parv.
The only way I said I would buy that shirt is if 30 people buy that shirt.
I have the screenshot. I have the screenshot.
I'm just gonna put in a bulk order just so you buy
it.
I'll split it with you.
I mean, technically, Cody, you could just like tell Parv that we sold 30 shirts and he would never.
Yeah, I can Photoshop that.
Yeah. And he would never know. We're on 28
We're
right now.
close.
We're on
We're
28.
close.
Yeah, we're on 28 right now. Those Fuck Parv shirts.
Sure.
Okay.
Let's
What
make
do
it
you
better. You have to wear it to church, too. I'm just kidding.
You're like, but Parv, that's you. You're like, I know.
Like you guys wouldn't get it. You gotta be part of.
You know what's a good one?
Boom, more fans.
Like 2-3 weeks ago, we got in that random Snapchat group chat, that call.
Yes!
And Dalton just sitting on the shitter the entire time we were just talking.
No!
Completely
here's what
butt ass naked.
No, here's what happened. So I was at Georgia at a friend's house, and I had a fucking purge mask on, and I sent it Snapchat to the boys, and Jacob replies, "Dalton, I just now woke up. This is the first shit that I see." And
At
so-
12 o'clock a.m.
Yes, and then we all just jumped in. I just started taking a shit, and everybody started calling, like, "Are we seriously gonna do this right now?" And then we just started filtering the shit out of each other. Like we had Shrek, we had strawberries, we had dogs, we had everything.
Shout out Ka-Chow sunglasses. One good time.
That helped the awkward moment. That real awkward moment. That fucking helped it real quick. I wasn't awkward by it.
What?
We'll tell you
laughed
after the
earlier.
show. We'll tell you after the show. That's all I have to say. Ka-Chow sunglasses.
I left early. Okay. Y'all gotta tell me after the show.
But yeah, it was a good season, fun season. I don't know how much more we could talk about this season. I think it's Tom that we let the 2021 season down into the ground. It's over.
Sad.
We're done. We're going home. It's over.
Hopefully.
Yes, we will see more merch. Cody, we will talk.
I'm working on it too. Also, I'm sorry, Jacob. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say to all the Left Turn Cult viewers and listeners out there, I'm about to step up in a huge way for 2022. So stay tuned for some announcements.
Dalton Good OnlyFans coming soon.
And Parv with that second bed.
No.
You get to
Jesus Christ.
Parv, I might need that second bed. We'll talk.
ladies and gents, this has been the season 1 of the LTC from East Tennessee. My name is James Lewis.
It's Cody, your host with the most.
Scoop Daddy.
Dalton Good, aka Don Ratty Bush.
Par gang.
Buy the Fuck Par t-shirts. We'll catch you all later.
Bye.